watching the news and there's a tornado on your street headed towards your house.
This guy, you know, he went to the hospital on the way home from Animal Con.
Got re-envenomated.
Like, you just get the, you know?
Over my head, hit the ground, and then turn back on me.
First puff adder I ever caught, I was 7 years old.
Tattooed matzo across my friend's nuts before.
And welcome back to the Wild Talk. We're back again with another hurricane/tornado episode. We got my good buddy Neil off to my right. We got my buddy Tyler Nolan over here to the left.
Howdy.
And we have Mr. Ryan Gradney.
What's going on, everybody?
Far left. So, if you guys didn't know, in Florida, we got some crazy hurricanes and some tornadoes. Mainly tornadoes, which is what was really crazy in West Palm Beach. So, I think everyone here has a little tornado story. We all kind of dodged a bullet, but it's been pretty crazy. Neil, how you doing?
I'm good.
He's still sweating. Has no power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tyler, how'd you do?
Yesterday was crazy. Or even this morning. Everything was, the last 24 hours have been pretty crazy.
You were close there. Did you hear was the ground like humming?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, when I woke up, I went to sleep early. I went to bed at like 9:30 last night. I woke up at 3 just to crazy wind, and I could hear things flying around.
We literally woke up at the same
smacking into
same time.
Dude, it was
I was literally
gnarly.
that day I was talking about how I wanted to go to Kansas and go see tornadoes for once. Like I've never seen one before.
Not cool.
Yeah. Well, they brought it right to Florida, buddy. You don't have to travel.
I was busy. I didn't even see it.
Oh, you didn't see it? I thought you were driving around the whole time. You were like storm chasing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Afterwards, I saw all the freaking ambulances going by.
I was driving during it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was like one close to my house, and then Will Nace took another video of one right over Sea Road, like on Sea Road. So
That was when my cow got out for that one.
yeah, so Panther Ridge Conservation Center is on Sea Road in Loxahatchee, and so is my 5 acres. And when Will posted the video, I called Pat, and I was like, dude, we got to go over there right now. So I hauled ass over there, tried to find the tornado, didn't really find it. It just passed. Oh, man, I'm being attacked. But yeah, it's crazy. So one almost hit my house, and then one almost hit the croc farm. And to my knowledge, people died. There was like 5 deaths.
Turn that phone
5
off.
people died.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how close was that tornado to you? Because that ripped
Just
right through
the
like
street
McCarthy's,
over.
Tiki's. Yeah.
Street over, yeah. Crazy.
Jeez, that's close.
Yeah, Tiki's geckos got...
There was a couple. There was one last night, or there was 2 last night, and then there was one during the day yesterday. That's when my cow got out.
Jeez. How far did your cow get?
It's my neighbor's yard,
Oh, okay.
but
Bro,
yeah, that was fun.
My pig used to break out on garbage day every day. The one I used to have here on 72nd Road. Every garbage day, I would be at work, and my neighbors would be like, "Hey, your pig got out again." And I'd drive down the road and just follow the garbage cans. Just break out and just go raiding garbage cans.
Yeah, my dog gets out. He just kills chickens.
Same.
Yeah. Your dog does that?
Oh, dude, the wiener dogs. Richard
Yeah.
he's a birderer.
Yeah. Murderer, yeah.
He's killed so many birds.
Yeah, that's why
Awful.
Mako's on a leash right now until he learns to not
No respect.
fucking
Not
kill
kill the
chickens.
chickens. Well, don't throw it in our food, buddy.
He's
That-
a big dog though. Like
Yeah.
Richard is.
Gotta
I
wrap
have
him
a
around the whole
little
day.
tiny wiener dog.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Just destroying chickens right in the food.
Dude, he's a savage.
Neil, take care of that.
We only
that
have
African.
for those of you who just are audio only. We have a Janet jumping around the entire podcast and over our food right now.
Yeah,
so
literally ripped
Stone's
my
getting
ear to
attacked.
shreds. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Feral.
Riley, put this thing away.
He's got sharp little claws.
But yeah, so the hurricane was crazy. I mean, people who are up north and even Chandler, like I was on the FaceTime with Chandler and his shutters were just smacking at his house. And then his phone went dead till like the next morning, till like noon. I was like, oh, he's gone.
I called him first thing in the morning, and it just went straight to voicemail. I was
Yeah, I
like,
texted him
Yeah.
at like 2 a.m. seeing if he was good, and I didn't get a response. And I was like, oh, shit.
Bro, honestly, the hurricanes are like one thing, but the tornadoes super scary. I mean, you're just sitting in your
tornadoes
house, no warning, all of a sudden, bam, you get ran
There's
over
so
by
many
it.
fucking warnings. Like, when do you take it seriously?
Well, when do you know? Because they send you the warning, they're like hunker in place,
Now
but then
I'ma
you
take it
don't know it's
seriously.
coming.
The one during the day I heard. I was in my room
Position in his
tattooing.
closet.
Really?
I was tattooing in the tattoo room.
Bro, that would have been
Literally,
bad.
my phone starts blowing up, and I answer the phone. It's Eric, Gianna, freaking my mom.
It's fucking
everybody's
coming.
calling me, and they're like, "We're watching the news, and there's a tornado on your street headed towards your house, pretty much." And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
So I ran outside, and dude, literally, I
Did you
saw,
charge extra
saw
for
the
the
tornado
tattoo
right
after that?
there,
Danger.
and then the cow was running around. Dude, literally, the tornado was right outside my property, and then the cow was running around.
Well, where do you go
All
to?
at the same
Like,
time.
if you had seen it coming directly at you, too late to like go
think
anywhere.
your
You just go in your
bathroom.
house. Yeah, but you see the houses that got just.
Well, I was saying I'd rather be in my
I
truck.
was running around outside.
just trying to dodge it.
I'd rather be in my truck, like driving away from it, than sitting like a duck in my house.
They
Those
actually
two people
say-
got killed because
Yeah.
they got sucked
Yeah.
into the tornado. They were in their car.
You see the one by
In their car.
that truck by the pond on Coconut? Like, I don't know how the fuck it got over that berm. It
Yeah.
was like mangled.
Right,
know-
yeah, right next to the pond.
They just rebuilt that dock too,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
took out the dog. How
The
funny
kids
is
were
that?
jumping
The
off
dog
it
was in
every
the
day.
street when I drove by it this morning.
Well, they say if a tornado's coming, if you're in your car, it's actually better to get out and lay on the ground because the tornado will get under the car and lift it, and that's what screws you. But if you're on the ground, you have less chance of like getting lifted away. But then
Yeah.
you just have shit falling on you. So it's like,
Welcome to Wild Talk, meteorologist experts. Here to give you the live coverage of Hurricane Milton.
I mean, it's nerve wracking, especially when you have a ton of venomous snakes and crocodiles and animals. Like if that hurricane would have ripped through here, there would be red bins and pillowcases all over Loxahatchee. It would be on the news. If you see a pillowcase, do not touch it.
Well,
So-
that's how they say the Python thing started.
yeah, Hurricane Andrew.
Yeah, I think it's obviously some did get out during the hurricane, but it was a big combination because I talked to like old school guys and they're like, yeah, man, I let mine go back in the day.
A lot of it is, most of it is people buying them as pets and like.
Yeah.
I got a massive red-tailed boa in
Way
Jupiter
more
like
gotten
years
out
ago.
that
It's on my Facebook when I got him. Just this lady calls freaking out, I have a giant anaconda in my backyard. And I showed up and there was this massive red-tailed boa. So sweet. Picked up. I think Kenan actually took it.
Really?
was it in the Redlands?
Damn.
Right there.
Yeah, but
Get
there's
the place.
anacondas in Florida. They were found. 2 were found in the Fakahatchee Strand State Park.
call
One
it?
yellow and one green.
What did he say?
Feka.
What do you call me?
Fakahatchee. What you call me? Hey, I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, so I don't know. It's crazy. Which,
FWC found red-bellied piranhas in a pond and they just fucking nuked the whole pond once.
oh yeah,
Oh, that's so
yeah.
stupid.
Just nuked it.
Yep.
Bummer.
There's
Yeah.
like this app you can go on
would
and,
be
type
tight.
in red belly piranha and it'll show up the pond. But
Well, I'm sure some people let stuff go, but as far as like established populations, there's none of that.
I'm surprised you didn't box up your snakes.
I did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Boxed up everything.
Kyle's?
I mean, yeah, it's in
Yeah.
Cat 4 building too. So
Stapled
Yeah.
a business card to every snake you didn't
yeah,
box up.
just in case. The expensive ones, I'm like, call me.
I was talking to, because when I initially called you, you're like, oh, I don't think I'm going to box it up. And I called Chandler, and Chandler's like, well, we're just going to go harping around there, and whatever we find, we keep.
We were fine, man. We were fine.
Thanks,
you got-
Shank Viper in the tree.
You got some good content from boxing them up though, so it's good
Chandler?
video. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a really good video too. I'm going to drop the video first, and then I'm going to drop the podcast after.
Oh, dude, I've been pumping the hurricane stuff out.
Yeah, Chandler posted his at like 1 a.m. last night. He's got like 60. Yeah, when I talked this morning, he had like 60,000 views. I'm like, damn. Yeah, you get the potato while it's hot.
Everybody wants
up
to see
right
it.
now. Doing, they're all the whole world. Even people in other countries are like, we're praying for Florida.
Yeah, Milton's on their mind.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, CNN
Huge.
was blowing it up. Even my family back home, cousins that I haven't spoken to in 8 years, are like, hey, how's it going over there? I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's like I don't watch the news, but when this shit was going on, I had the news on 24/7. I'm like, I just need to know what's going on.
Yeah, constant. Like every 5 minutes, you get a text. You're like, I appreciate it, but there's only so much I can update you.
The person who got
Yeah,
the
I
biggest
watched the news the whole
clout,
time.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah,
Tampa
that guy's a
on the
legend.
Did you hear about that guy?
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah.
So it's some fucking
Oh, I did see a picture on Instagram.
yeah, it's like some
homeless guy or something.
crackhead with a sailboat, and
a
he
really
rode
nice
out the
guy.
storm
Fucking
in Tampa
asshole.
in his sailboat.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
All his
It was like a
Film it?
20-foot sailboat. Like it wasn't anything big either.
Yeah, he had like a tarp over the entrance. It wasn't even like a sliding door. Like the top had like a piece of wood, and then he like clipped this tarp down to keep him like dry. But
Bro,
the sailboat lifted, came onto the dock for a little bit, and the reporters kept there. Lieutenant Dan, are you okay? And he's like, huh? Like a fucking hermit. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. And then
How close was he to shore? Just like docked up.
Yeah, he's on the Tampa
Yeah.
Bay, whatever, and fucking thing just kept rising and rising.
Did you see the baseball stadium that their roof got like blown off? How pissed would you be if you're the owner that spent like $10 million on that roof and you see this crackhead out in the bay just floating with tarps on his boat? And
Hey,
you're like, motherfucker.
what I want to know though is why did they do like a cloth or vinyl roof on a stadium like that in the first
think
place?
I think
in
it
Florida?
retracts.
You know what I
I
mean?
think it retracts. Like it's like you push a button, and the thing like opens up.
That's like
Right.
budget retraction because at Miami Marlins
I'm sure
or
it
whatever,
still retracts,
that whole
but the
roof
material
retracts.
is
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
It's not
Like,
the
why would
roof.
you put
The roof
plastic
isn't
up there?
that bad. Yeah, exactly. Why would you? Yeah,
It probably
That
costs
was-
like $20
that's
million
dumb.
too.
Crazy.
Probably.
Did you guys hear that this weather thing was started by Dubai? Like it's
Oh, the cloud
on purpose. We were talking about it yesterday. I personally don't fucking believe it.
Well, in Dubai, they
do.
suffered. They called that massive flooding because they were cloud seeding, and it fucked the whole Dubai up because their infrastructure is not designed for water
Yeah.
whatsoever. And they all got fucked. But this, I don't know. I mean, I took a screenshot of the radar one day, and there was these little little ripples in the hurricane. I'll show you guys, like little ripples inside the
they were
hurricane.
talking about that on the news.
Well,
We've been manipulating weather for decades, since like Vietnam and all that shit. Like they have an
Yeah.
act in 1979 which basically states that like any company that's working on weather manipulation has to just notify the federal government they're doing it. Like,
Well, they
like
have
it's
patents on this.
Yeah, they have
systems and
patents.
stuff.
Yeah, like they
It's
can
legit.
make it rain, but it's like, how do you make a fucking Category 5
give
hurricane?
them 50 years to figure that out. Look how fast fucking technology in your phone improves over the next 1 year.
But how does that? Whoever creates it, how does that benefit them? Like,
What do you mean? How's that
killing?
benefit?
How does creating a hurricane to damage Florida and kill people? How does that?
Depopulate the earth?
I
bro.
guess so. There is
I
a
mean,
lot of
a lot of
fucking
people move to Florida.
Dude, the depopulation thing is a huge.
Yeah, well, they say up in the Carolinas,
huge
there's
reason.
just the smell of all the corpses rotting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I heard it was only
But they don't-
300 people
they
that
don't even
died.
talk
There's
about it on
thousands
the
of
news.
people, 1,000 people missing. And,
Which, yeah.
there's
But
this
not
video
only
online.
that, but that whole area is supposed to be, what was it, like a month ago? They just signed some freaking, they just put some act in about that whole land being mined for lithium.
Yeah, I heard that. I
That
think I
was
read
like
today,
that
too.
was like a month before, but now just that area just so happens to be the area that's where all the lithium is that
Yeah,
they're
like
trying to
fucking
get to.
hundreds of
Now all the
miles
people are
inland.
gone from there coincidentally.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's sad. But yeah, there's one video of a lady that was speaking to a National Guards person, and she's like, when can we start retrieving bodies? And the guy's like, they're fucking 20 feet under mud and rocks and rubble. Like, what do you want us to do?
Yeah, you're just in your house not expecting anything. All of a sudden, the mountain falls on you.
Yeah, literally 50-foot waves of just like rubble and water. Just like a movie. Just came right over this guy's backyard. Like he was just standing there filming the weather, and then just came
You're
right
gone.
Fuck.
Just
I'm
nothing.
kind of disappointed we didn't get more rain. I wanted to drive the airboat down the fucking street.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was hoping
That's
to
some
get,
Florida activities
I
right
was
there.
hoping to
Yeah.
get some more gators out of
Happy we
this
didn't
whole
get
thing,
more
but
rain.
nothing. It was bone dry. It was just wind.
Did you see the video of the alligator
windy.
biting the guy's car tire?
tire,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was fucking
That was
crazy.
cool.
That was
Good thing.
crazy.
Florida.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it is good for content. You're right, and I mean,
I posted 3 videos, 3 days. Each one has over 100,000 views.
yeah, and you got to think like you're showing your viewers each and every snake, and then you're also doing something dangerous, which is fucking bagging them up. One of the most dangerous things you could do with a venomous snake. So
We
I
should have
mean,
filmed
and
bagging
just
the other day.
hurricanes in
Going
general
into-
are pretty
We're just
freaking
going in the
crazy.
stone
Yeah.
snake room and him showing you his snakes, and I'm bending down looking in the tubs. And he's like, oh, that's the spitting cobra. I'm like, fucking right there.
yeah, that is so funny.
Crack open the cut tub. Oh shit!
Yeah,
It's dangerous, man. Like I had a pretty dangerous moment today where I messed up. Had a super close call.
Tell us about it.
Not easy.
what species?
It was a Central American rattlesnake, but in one of the totes, I had the Central American rattlesnake. I had the beatids, I had the Gilas, and a couple other things.
Yeah.
First bag I took out was definitely the beatids. They were like moving around. And I was like, all right, cool. Opened it up. I didn't label anything. I did everything. I packed everything so last minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't label shit either.
Didn't label anything.
I just put danger venomous reptiles,
Right.
but
Didn't label shit.
I threw rattlesnakes in one bag, and then I threw cobras in another bag, and then that's it. And then both the gaboons in another tote.
Chewing.
Yeah, so I thought that I had everything. I had 25 venomous snakes, something like that. It's not that hard to remember.
Yeah,
That's all you
So-
have. I feel like there's so many.
Yeah, I feel like you have
maybe
like
like 25, 30.
40.
Yeah, I was
I
like
know.
thinking like close.
No,
to
I downsized, bro. I got rid of a bunch of spitters.
Yeah.
I downsized a lot.
I thought about getting rid of the
Insularis
spitter.
are all gone. I don't know squams. No, I downsized a lot.
They're a pain in the ass, man. Squams and fucking blue
So-
insulars.
Anyways, so I grabbed this bag. I grabbed the beateds first. Then I grabbed another bag. I lifted up. It looked like the Gilas for some weird reason. Don't know why. I was like, I even felt it. You know how a Central American rattlesnake kind of has like
Yeah, the
those
beads.
knobby, beady, freaking skin. That's what I saw on the edge of the freaking on the pillowcase, and I was like, oh yeah, it's a Gila, obviously. Like it's literally same texture skin. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's like the bumpy
Put it on the ground.
scales.
Just untied it with my hand, opened up the bag with both my hands, put my hand in, and I grabbed a freaking rattle, bro.
Code
and I
brown.
was like,
Code
holy
brown.
shit. Rip my hand out the fucking bag, bro. I'm like looking at it, look at my hand. I'm like, it didn't strike at me or nothing. I literally put the bag on and I opened it up and put my hand in there. And
Oh my
grabbed
god,
You gotta run out of fingers in that fucking hand to keep
Bro.
crazy.
Yeah, I literally had to like just sit down for like a few minutes and I was like, holy shit, I can't believe I just did that.
Yeah, I've had
I
a couple of
could-
those
I could have
moments.
just got bit just today.
You get your alligator pen finished? I got an 8 footer. You want it?
No, I wish. I gotta finish it. I keep getting things keep happening.
Fucking hurricanes, and
Going on
tornadoes.
side
and
quests.
shit.
Right when I have money, like my truck breaks down, the hurricane hits,
I
like
saw that.
everything just fucks me
What's
at
that guy
once.
charge you to come out and replace the wheel?
Oh man, that was I think like $400 said and done. Yeah.
I think at this point you just gotta like just count on your truck breaking down because I feel like every time I see a story of yours, like it's
You just
you're
gotta buy
broken
a
Dude, it's
power
down.
always something. It's never the engine, bro.
Ryan's
My
got the
my
best.
motor in that truck
Toyota's-
is awesome. The
Toyota's the best.
actual truck is fucking awesome. I
Yeah.
love my truck. It's always my wheels and my suspension that have issues. But that's with any fucking lifted truck, bro.
Yeah.
Talk to anybody that drives a fucking truck with 40-inch tires on it. Shit gets fucked up on their suspension all the time.
I feel like
Huge wheels.
half those times it got fucked up, like someone else crashed into you too.
Yeah.
It wasn't even your fault.
Yeah, but when people crash into me, my truck doesn't get fucked up.
Yeah, crazy.
It's always the wheels.
Yeah, I got a Dodge, a smaller Dodge, but
I love that.
I'm on my third engine. But other than that, it's a great fucking truck. You know,
Other than three
when it
engines.
comes to like speed, when it comes to getting through the mud, the 4-wheel drive, like I pretty much get through anything. I'll drive that truck on the beach and just fucking go.
Yeah, he redlines at least 3 times a day. It really holds up.
Oh yeah, it holds up, but it's a
Third
Hemi. So you only have 100,000 miles on a Hemi. That's what they're known.
Oh, bro,
And
my,
then
my thing
after
was
that-
ticking at like 70,000 miles.
Yeah,
Oh,
it'll
yeah, the
tick, but
Hemi- the Hemi
it won't
tick.
blow until about like
Bro,
Didn't you
mine-
buy that truck like 3 years ago? There's no way you put 300,000 miles on in 3 years.
death.
mine.
Yeah.
Mine has 250,000 miles. Woo! Yeah. So I had my first engine, or no, yeah, I'm on my third engine. Yeah, but I'm known for just blowing engines on cars and shit.
I like how you brag that. I think it's cool.
Known for blowing things.
No, it's
In
fun.
cars.
The engine I blew before the Dodge was on my Charger. I was in the national park hunting rattlesnakes in the morning, and something happened. I had like some coolant hose that popped off, but I didn't know. And then it got so hot, blew the engine, and I'm deep in Everglades National Park. Like the National Park Service was helping me out. Then I had a tow truck driver go in there and get me, and it was like a $600 tow just to get me back.
You're making that sound like it wasn't your fault, but I know there's something in there that was.
No, it was
Neil,
it was
come
it was
on.
my fault.
I'm
But
sorry.
you live and you learn. So next time your car starts overheating, just pull over and put some water in that thing. Don't keep trying to find the rattlesnake. Yeah, I had a pretty close call today too. Not close, but like I said, nothing was labeled. And the first bag I pull out, it's huffing and puffing. It's like shh, 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 and I was like, oh, it's a monocle, whatever. So I'm just like, take it out, and it's a fucking spitting cobra, and he just looks me in my eyes. And when a spitting cobra looks you in your eyes, you just freeze up. You're like, ugh. You just don't want to move. But yeah, he spit on me a little bit, but other than that, it was pretty good.
Get rid of those things.
The Gators were
Yeah, I had a
aggressive
couple
when I was
spitters too.
catching
It's
them
like Russian
before the
roulette with the
hurricane.
bags.
I told you about the one that I got on the berm, that I fell down the berm, and then I was trying to get this like this 8.9 or 8.10 Gator up this bank, and I was trying to rope him, and I was on my haunches like kneel down trying to fucking get him, and then I just looked to my right and I just saw these fucking eyes. This is massive 10-footer looking at me, and then he goes down, and then I see some bubbles, and then he pops back up and he looks at me, and he goes back down, and I see more bubbles, and I'm literally just like kneel down, the fucking ledges up top there, and I'm like, if he literally launches, I got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Terrified. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna die right now. It's the way it's gonna go. Everybody told me it's gonna happen, but it's the way it is.
That's rare. Gators don't usually come at you. Usually they go away from you. That only happened to me one time, like a gator come at me.
No, I told you about the gator. I think the last podcast about the gator when the divers were in the water,
Oh yeah.
and that gator came at me like a full blown crocodile. Literally, as soon as I smacked the water, underwater jaws were open, and they surfaced open and then closed above water.
I don't know what you're worried about though. Like with your size, it needs to be at least 12 foot. Like 10 footer's not gonna
Did
take
they
you
got
out,
this
bro.
guy? Yeah.
Give me at least 12 footer for you.
God no, bro. I would fucking he would just sink me. Everybody thinks the gator's gonna roll on you as soon as he grabs you. I'm like, no, he's gonna fucking
They just drown you.
He's just gonna walk backwards, put himself down, and just sink you.
Yeah. You know what you do, right? Put your finger in their ear.
Shit.
No,
Just
pick up
shit,
the ear
like,
flap
put
and
fucking
jam
shit
your finger in their
in
ear.
his eyes. Like when I caught that gator at the beach, the waves, bro, I had that thing by the tail, and I had no rope because Troy had it in his truck, and I had no tape on me, and all these people around me filming, and then I've never caught a gator in the ocean like that before, and he's just shy of 11 foot, and I had him by the tail, and I'm holding him.
Good looking gator.
He's good. And then I pulled him, and then the wave would come in and push him into me. Bro, I had my legs next to his jowls
Yeah.
One time, bro.
It's like the guys who catch like the hammerheads. Their hammerheads are just rolling into their legs.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But that was intense. But you saw the blue gator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was cool. That was in the Army Engineers one.
You need a big gator, big 12-footer.
I know.
Yeah, come
I
on,
gotta
Tyler.
finish my ponds.
Build
I'll
that fence.
get
Hopefully
you one
by the end of the
eventually.
year, beginning of next year, I'm getting some funds
As soon as
together.
your pen opens, I'll find you one. Unless
Yeah.
he wants to hook you up.
No, it's just tough.
I got a 12-footer coming
So
in
expensive
December.
building stuff.
It really is.
Isn't Chandler getting that fucking croc from the zoo? I keep hearing about that.
Miami
Oh,
Zoo?
the big
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Isn't
He-
that Aries' dad or something?
Ziggy's dad.
Or Ziggy's dad.
Yeah,
there you go.
I know he wants to, but it belongs to Bob Freer, so that's up to him. But I haven't heard anything recently. But there's people who offer me shit. Like this guy offered me a West African crocodile,
Yeah.
like Nile crocodile.
Yeah, the Sucus.
Yeah, and he wanted to put it on loan. I was like, that's cool. You want to put it on loan, but I have to spend fucking thousands building in a pit. So I'm just spending money for your fucking crocodile.
For a $500
Like yeah,
crocodile.
I'd rather you just sell it to me
Yeah.
than me fucking spend thousands to keep your croc. And then I got to feed your croc, do all this shit. So if I get something, I want it to just be mine. I don't like holding down people's animals. I had a good time at animal. I didn't even show up Sunday. I was so
Yeah.
hungover. I just went straight home.
I went in to like buy and everything.
Really? Yeah.
For Sunday. I was only in like one panel. It was like Q&A. So
I didn't even want to show my face. But it was fun.
late for one of my panels. Yeah, it was cool.
It's nice seeing everyone and like being able to talk and like at those events. It's not really at the event that you like anything happens. It's the after party.
after
Start
party is when shit
networking
gets
and like
crazy.
talking ideas. And
But they're
there's
not
some cool
strict
stuff.
either. Like if you don't want to go on a
networking.
panel, just don't show up to a panel. Or if you want to like extend the panel, extend the panel a little.
Well, there's 15 people on every panel, so you
Yeah.
don't have
We
to
got
show
that
up.
one guy that just kept
some
talking
are crazy.
nonstop, and everybody's like, "Come on, get done." Like 30 minutes later, he's still
Who's that?
talking.
That happens to every panel.
What's that
Yeah,
guy?
I feel like there is one person
Every
that was me
panel.
on the herping one. I just couldn't shut up. I was like, oh wait, I got another story.
That's you whenever they put a microphone in your face. You're like, oh, I got it.
Dude, I said that on one of the other podcasts, but I just love talking. Like I really do. I really like it.
Yeah, we know.
No, it was fun though. Animal Con's a good time for those that haven't been there before.
Say no.
I think they're gonna do it again next
Dare
year.
give
Come on
into
in.
it. Where'd you get
Yeah,
the
next
ice
year I
cream
want
from?
a tattoo. I mean, I had fun with my daughter. It was awesome that my daughter is like finally old enough to like run around and see what's going on. So that was really cool.
Yeah, when I saw your daughter and Blake's son, I was like, oh,
I was so stoked.
It made me want Storm to
two
be
of
there
them
so
together,
bad.
Too. Oh
Yeah.
man,
we gotta do something where they all
Cash
hang
is a
out.
little
I drank
cutie.
a lot of booze.
Yeah, and a
What?
lot
Yeah,
of
I
food
drank a lot
too.
of booze.
Yeah, this guy, he went to the hospital on the way home from Animal Con.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Alcohol poisoning.
My heart rate kicked up. I was like violently shaking. Bro, Jake was flying 110 miles an hour. I was like blacked out for a few minutes, and I opened my eyes, and we're on this super slick, wet road. Jake's like fucking in it. His eyes are looking down, and we're just going. I look at the speedo, and it's 110, and he's just like fucking in it.
What
Ambulance.
happened? Why did that happen?
Just anxiety, I guess. Anxiety mixed with freaking booze hangover. It was rough, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have another heart attack when I get that fucking bill. That's for sure.
No
Yeah.
health insurance.
Huh?
No health insurance.
Dude, my health insurance because I just switched companies. The old one ended October 1st. New one kicks in October 30th. I was like, let me just be fine for 30 days. Nope. But whatever. It's the way it goes.
I have no health insurance.
You should probably get some.
Yeah, it's just scary having venomous snakes
ain't
and
no plan.
doing shit that we do. You know what I mean?
Like
Imagine getting your arm
$200,000.
ripped off by an alligator
Oh,
right
for
now.
sure.
Oh, it's
$1 million bill.
Yeah, let go eventually.
You could pay like $20 a week. You
yeah,
know?
for sure. You can.
When you're catching
Yeah.
a gator and he bites you, he's not going to roll on you. He's just going to hold you. I'm going to say that.
I mean,
Like,
it depends
That's-
on it.
that
Depends.
is
It depends.
bullshit.
It depends on the
Crazy.
situation. Every situation.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen like 4 guys get bit and just roll. You're saying catching a gator, but
Yeah, after I've worked him and he's cooked and he's just like in pure defense mode, like just just leave me alone.
I've seen gator
Also,
wrestling competitions where they fucking
you
bite
guys- yeah.
and they roll, but they're all wild gators. They catch them a couple
No, I
days
know,
before.
but they're
and-
like, you guys pull them out, they're fresh, they're in the pond, and you guys start fucking with them, and they haven't had any explosive long distance runs, no lactic acid buildup,
yeah.
and they're ready to go.
Well, for insurance purposes, you're talking gators. We're talking venomous snakes.
No. I'm talking out like the competitions where these guys will wrestle them. Like my buddy Tyson got bit on his toe. He worked it for a couple minutes, but it bit him and just rolled off his big toe. Gone.
Popped.
And now he has a limp.
Can't balance very well.
But yeah, I mean, dude, there's so many people. Even Justin got bit by Master Blaster, and fucking that fucker rolled off his bicep, his whole bicep, ripped it off, and then ate it in front of the crowd.
Will Nace got rolled
that would've
too.
been cool to see.
Will Nace got rolled by lunge. I was there for
Yeah.
that one. Fucked him up. I think they rolled.
That'd be awesome.
I think you're right though. Like the more work the Gator is, obviously the less likely it is to do anything.
Yeah, like when
especially
I'm getting a
roll.
Gator out of somebody's backyard or their front doorstep or under their car, like those ones are the ones. Yeah, where I wouldn't like do Gator wrestling tricks with them. Like I'm like no risk to reward. I'm like no, fuck this. I'm not gonna get famous for grabbing a Gator and just showing off with it.
I was just a kid and I just wanted to like get that trophy and get a couple $1,000 and then
It's a big
that's
trophy.
it. But
You should come. You should put it on the table next time.
right? I should.
It's a big ass fucking trophy. Biggest trophy I got was this big. That's from Judah.
Make a big crown drink out of it.
Yeah, chug it.
You ever been bit by a gator?
No, not by a big gator.
Yeah,
I've
never
been by a
been.
bunch
Doesn't
of
really
little
hurt.
gators.
Yeah, same.
They have so much force. Like your nerves are clamped. You don't. Like I didn't feel shit when that gator went through. When I was trying to get my hand free, I got this one free, and I was holding his jaws, and he pinched all the skin on this hand, and I was so mad, I just ripped it. I was like, "Fucking!"
That happened to me. I've got my fingers pinched. But one time we caught a gator out in the cane fields, and he bit me on his back teeth, on his molars, and that, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine biting someone with your front teeth, and then now imagine biting someone with your back. Like you just get the, you know.
Yeah.
And it fucking crushed my thumb so bad, like broke my thumb. But
Yeah, Matt up in Vero showed me a picture of his buddy. They were taking one of their gators out of the pond, and the guy got his thumb in the back, and the thumb was literally like is a comparison between a dollar bill and the guy's thumb, and it was like next
flat.
to
Really?
nothing. Yeah, just
Damn.
exploded, just paper thin.
That's
I don't know. I would take any gator bite over a venomous snake bite, though.
Yeah, there's no give with snakes. Like if you get bit
You'll
by
die.
a gator, you might lose something. It'll take it off quick,
Yeah.
and like you can go recover. Yeah, you get bit by
Like a
boom,
gator, you have more of a
quick thing.
chance of losing like your hand or your fingers or your arm. But a venomous snake bite, you have more of a chance to just fucking
lose your life.
Yeah.
Fucking neurological, fucking flesh.
Drink?
Oh yeah.
Flesh is
Riley,
being eaten.
Can I give another drink?
Thanks, Ryan.
How's Dingo?
I don't know. So I
I
don't
saw
think
the
we.
post about him like fighting in the ICU still.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
still
think
nice
he's
to you.
just.
Sounds like
I
he's
was
still
looking
in a
forward to
coma.
meeting him.
So
Right?
close
He
to-
was supposed to be at Animal Con, right?
you guys would have got along. You're both South African. Like probably have a lot in common.
Yeah, he lives literally like where I grew up in that area.
I guarantee you guys probably have like mutual friends.
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
you're about the same age too, so like same crowd.
Young and handsome. That's great.
Yeah, there you go.
I like that.
But yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Dingo got bit by a mamba and is in the ICU in a medically
Jesus.
induced coma. I don't know if has that changed, Ryan.
Yeah, so he's no longer. So basically, yeah, he got bit by a green mamba, and had a allergic reaction because, you guys probably know, Dingo's highly allergic to snake venom. And when they got him to the hospital, they put him in a medically induced coma to let his body recover. They brought him out of it, from what I'm understanding. He's no longer induced, but he's still in a coma. So yeah, he has not woken up yet. He still has some brain swelling, I believe, but like he's still recovering.
Yeah.
So our prayers go out to the Dinkelmans. We're hoping he pulls through. Dingo's
Yeah,
a
I think
great
I
guy.
prayed for Dingo like fucking 10 times.
Yeah, and I never pray. I was doing the same thing.
Yeah, like I remember like the hurricane was coming and my mom was in the path, so I was like, okay, let me like pray for my mom real quick, and I was like, oh yeah, and let me say a prayer for Dingo too. I just feel so bad.
Bro, that's his life, eh? Imagine
terrible.
if he can't do what he does every day. Just sit there and vegetate.
Dude.
That'd be the worst thing for someone.
Well, and dude, Dingo, Kirsty, all the kids are literally the nicest, most like genuine people you'll ever meet.
Yeah,
Like
they're
they're
South
not
African.
there. Yeah, they're not there to get anything from you. They're if they like you, they like you.
Yeah.
And like they're
Africans are
amazing
good
people.
unless we have your room number.
That's why, dude. When I found out I was having a kid, bro, I got rid of my mambas, man. I just didn't even want to. And even after this whole dingo thing, it just really makes me
Bro, they're
think
crazy
about,
back
like,
home, bro. The squatter camps,
like-
all the rats, they hide under people's kitchen cabinets and they just sit there and trash. Like the rats bring all the trash in, and then the mambas will just curl up under their cabinets and just wait.
Yeah. Well, Tyler, you said something I want to kind of circle back on with obviously with Dingo getting bit and everything with the venomous. Like I'm right there with you. Like I'm considering getting rid of my mambas and like really downsizing the collection. What are kind of like where were you kind of going with that? Some of your thoughts there after seeing all
Dude,
this?
I just
Let
don't
them go
want
outside.
snakes that just actively try to kill me all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And most of my snakes are pretty cool. Most of my snakes are like they might have a feeding response, but as soon as I get them out the tank, they're just like chilling. You know, not very defensive and aggressive. Except for my female king cobra, dude. My female king cobra
Shit.
wants you dead, bro. Like,
How'd that go bagging her up?
Chandler came over and did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up, bro. Like,
Wow.
Throw his ass in the line of fire.
Chandler needed something at my house. I forget what the hell it was. He needed these. Oh yeah,
Sponsor
those
this video.
culvert things. Chandler needed some culverts, and I was like,
wouldn't say
"Hey,
no, thank
bro,"
you.
I was like, "You
I
can
wouldn't
have
say
these
no, but
culverts.
yes, thank
Just
you. Yes, please.
bag my king."
I'm sure he fucking just offered. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. But
He's that guy.
Are you pretty comfortable with all the snakes you have now, as far as like keeping them and all that?
Yeah.
Like you kind of
even-
weaned out some of the more.
I'm
like,
comfortable with my
yeah.
female king. It's just she sucks,
yeah.
and I just don't want to get bit again.
Just trade her up.
You know, I'm good.
I couldn't imagine getting bit by a king cobra.
Like, my daughter is cute as fuck. You know.
Well, because you were saying, I think earlier in the podcast, or maybe
just
before we
different,
started, you've already downsized a lot, right? Like you went from probably what 60, 70 snakes to what are you down to now? Like
Half.
half?
25,
60,
30.
70. You spend your whole week, like one full day, just feeding animals then, right?
It's just a little bit every day. I just try to keep up a little bit. If you let it go for like a whole, if you do stuff once a week, it's just like that's when it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
And
But
power to you
a
guys.
little
for all
bit
this
every
stuff.
day
I'm
is
no more
easier.
animals. I can't do that.
I have 150.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I try to just feed, and then like 3-4 days after that, I do one big clean, and then wait like a week or two, feed.
You mean Riley does one big clean?
No, Riley does clean the floors in the snake room. She gets on her hands and knees and scrubs it. It comes out really good.
Clothes are optional on that day.
But I don't have much snakes. I think right now I have 18 venomous snakes.
Yeah.
I just have what I like.
I've been on a downsize kick. Like I've literally been last week. With you, like I shipped out 35 snakes last week.
Yeah.
And the week before that, I shipped out 15. And I want to get down to like personally like 20, like 20, 30. And
Yeah, I think
I'm too
20
high
is
right
the
now.
perfect number of snakes, especially venomous.
Yeah. Well, I had all the stuff. So I had every species of taipan. I still have all the mambas, and literally like my coastals would shoot out of the rack over my head, hit the ground, and then turn back on me. Or like the PNGs would just shoot out of the container, hit the ground, and start teleporting everywhere. Boom, 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 boom.
Teleporting.
And I'm like,
I love
holy
PNGs. They're
fuck,
so
dude.
nice.
Fuck.
And they would like when I feed them, that like normally when you handle and clean those snakes, fine. As soon as food's involved, they shoot out and they just stare at the food, and they'll literally, if you have a rat in your hand, they'll chase you across the room and just beeline straight for you. And
My
they're like
monocle
5
will
foot
do
long.
that too. He will literally do that.
That's how false
PNGs.
are. False water covers. I got false water covers that'll chase you.
At least those won't kill you though,
Yeah, I know.
because it's fun when they do it. But when you like, fucking just please don't bite me.
Yeah.
So like
Those
worst case
sketchy
scenario, if you
snakes.
guys get
I'm
nailed,
so
like
good.
where's your first call gonna be for anti venom?
McCarthy's.
Mark McCarthy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got
Sorry,
almost
Mark, if you're
everything.
watching. He's probably not.
I've called him a few times on that. Like, hey, can I call you?
We'll pay you back.
Yeah. No, for sure.
He's told me, he's like, if you ever did need any.
The only problem is he doesn't have antivenom for everything we have. Like he doesn't have king cobra antivenom, and he doesn't have any Australian antivenom. I'm pretty sure from last time I talked to him. And then there may be a couple other things. Like he's got antivenom from what he has.
Yeah, like almost every rattlesnake antivenom too, which is good because that's what I have.
To be fair, rattlesnake antivenom though, like there's like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like all North American species of snake is one antivenom, and then
Yeah.
or it's polyvalent, and then a lot of the Central and South American snakes are pretty similar as far as rattlesnakes go.
And then it's like, how much of that antivenom does he have? You know what I mean?
'Cause
Does he
I've heard
have
you
like
guys get
5
pu-
vials?
If you
or?
get nailed, you get like pumped with like sometimes like 5+ vials,
I got
10 vials,
28.
or 28.
28?
Fuck.
Chandler got 20.
Yeah.
I think 28 is the most vials I've ever heard of someone getting.
I've heard of more.
28.
Like
Well, I
30,
got
50.
so much that they gave me serum sickness.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of
so
that.
they gave me too much because I got envenomated twice.
Damn.
Twice.
Where did that come from?
Yep, twice.
I thought the bite in that video was just like one and you dropped it.
Yeah, one bite. Went to the hospital, got treated with anti-venom, intubated and everything. Came out conscious again. They went to go clean my finger for the first fucking time. Okay? Reintroduced dry venom from the wound.
Oh,
There was dry venom in my wound and dry venom. You didn't know
Yeah.
this?
Well,
They didn't clean your wound? It was on the outside or the
They
inside?
were so worried about my heart the whole time.
but
They didn't care about
realistically,
my
like
finger,
nobody here has
bro.
got experience with that type of stuff.
True.
They're just winging
With
it.
exotic.
They
Yeah.
cleaned my finger I think it was 3 days later or 4 days later. got re-envenomated.
Well,
bro.
they appreciate the learning curve on your finger.
That's why they just took it off. They're like, there might be more. Take it.
Oh.
We're not risking it.
You didn't have your daughter then, did you?
No, this was
So
2016.
she's got snake venom in her blood. Good
Yeah.
for her. That's why she's so cute.
She came out immune. She got the
Self-immunized.
That's awesome.
That's
man.
crazy. No, I mean I've heard you talk about it, but I didn't really understand like how you would get re-envenomated. That's crazy.
I told you when I was like 7 or 8, I got hit by a boomslang back home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we have a species of grass snake that looks almost identical to a boomslang. So I was in the backyard, picked this thing up off. We had this piece of wood, and it was around the chicken coop. I picked this thing up, and it bit me, and I thought it was a grass snake, and I was like, oh fuck, whatever. And I just like as it bit me, I was young, and it freaked me out, so I threw it. And it landed in the coop and went underneath this like little box we had. So we have this guy back home called the Snake Man, and we called him, and he came over, and he just went pale, went white as day, because my mom told him like, yeah, it bit him, and he threw it, and it's still over there, and he was like, it's a boomslang, but it just
Do
Yeah,
those
true.
have front fixed fangs?
Rear.
Or
Rear fangs,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that's probably
have
why.
to work
'cause
you.
Yeah.
But it's super lucky. I shouldn't be here if it did envenomate me.
It's like coral snakes bite kids all the time because
bro,
they're beautiful.
First coral snake in Florida is in my yard. I picked it up and I was so excited because I had this list. I wanted to catch every venomous snake in Florida. So the first time I've ever seen one.
Do you have your VRC?
No.
I don't know what that is.
Say that
Yes.
right into this mic.
No,
not that one.
yeah. Say
It was in
say it
my-
again, just like
It
the
was
one-
in my
what you said.
yard. So I
Can't catch a venomous snake if you don't have a venomous
Not without a
permit.
license, yeah.
What?
No.
was
Yeah,
in my-
you can't do venomous snake. Like on the FWC website, if you're like a nuisance wildlife agent, you can get put down for venomous snakes, but they won't put you on the list unless you have the venomous reptile.
Well, I didn't know.
Because you have to transport it. You have to like catch it and then transport it.
True.
Anyway,
Guess
I didn't know
makes
that.
sense.
So anyway, I
Whatever,
picked them up,
dude.
You didn't know.
and they're super docile. Like they don't really do nothing.
They're super
Yeah,
docile.
they're
Yeah, so I picked them up. I put them in like a little lunch container, right? Spun them up, covered them, put some mulch in with them, and I was driving after I picked them up. I was going to let them go way west, and I got to the gas station here in Locks, and I was like, "Fuck, he's probably hot in there." So I took my pocket knife and I started making holes in the lid. The knife went through the whole thing, and the plastic just poof. And he just landed on my lap. I fucking launched out of my truck. And the snake was in my truck somewhere. So I was like, I caught my breath. I was like shaking.
Oh my God.
And I got my cell phone flashlight and I'm trying to find him. And I pulled him out and I let him go right there at the gas
So
station.
have you caught all the venomous snakes in Florida?
No.
No. I bet you
I've
got
seen them.
canebrake left, and you probably got a water moccasin, got a coral snake,
Probably still needs a pygmy.
pygmy rattlesnake.
I've seen them. I haven't fucked with them. They're so
Yeah.
small. I don't want to mess with it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have as much experience as you guys do, nor the tools. And I saw one when I was out catching a gator, and I took a picture of him, looked at him, and he was out.
Canefields.
Yeah, he was out where
Yeah.
he was supposed to be. So I was like, I'm not gonna mess with him. But
Dude, this girl, we see a pygmy rattlesnake in the cane fields, and she like goes right up to it with the phone. I'm like, dude, back up. Like that tingle. The thing about pygmy rattlesnake, there's no confirmed deaths. No one's died. But if you get bit, you're probably your finger's gonna rot off. Like the venom is extremely corrosive.
wait, what do you call that? Neurotoxic?
Hemotoxic.
Hemotoxic.
Yeah, with the flesh eating.
Yeah,
right?
so hemo affects the blood, and then neurotoxic affects
Yeah, I'm
the,
not a snake
neurological
man, so I'm gonna
system.
get a lot of things wrong.
My
Yeah.
friend Daniel Spart, he had a pygmy rattlesnake get loose. He had a little collection. He lives in West Palm too, and his pygmy rattlesnake got out. And he calls me one day, and he's like, he's a redneck as fuck. He's like, man, this little pygmy got loose like 2 weeks ago. He's like, I found it. He's like, I was in my kitchen making it was like making pasta or something. I forgot what the fuck he said. He's like, this thing was underneath the cabinet and bit my toe. And I'm like, what? He's
shit.
like, yeah, man. He's like, you think I should go to the hospital? And I was like, I don't know, bro.
Just wait a
I was
couple
like,
minutes.
probably.
I would.
He's like, I don't know. He's like, I feel fine. And I'm like, dude.
I don't know. Here in Florida, there's like, I mean, I was telling Stone earlier, I caught this gator in Jupiter Farms, and it was super spooked, and I had to go through all this brush, and I was following his bubble trail, and the whole pond is overgrown, so I'm trying to keep my eye on the water and just walking, and I just powered through this shit, and I was catching the gator. I was waist deep in water, and luckily he tucked himself under this like fallen tree, but whatever venom got on me from the plants or ivy, whatever, I was on fire. My whole body was just burning for 6 hours. Like it was nuts. I've never felt that before. I'm trying to catch the gator.
I'm telling you, piss ants will do that.
I didn't see any bugs.
They're little ants. You don't even notice them, and then your fucking skin's just on fire.
Everywhere.
Or you hit like one of those venomous caterpillars, bro. Those things fucking suck.
No, but it was.
You never know.
It was everywhere.
There's some
I've seen those caterpillars. Apparently, they'll put you in the hospital.
Dude, I got hit by 10 of them. I had no idea there was even fucking venomous caterpillars. They were a thing. And I'm moving bushes on the front porch at work, and there's like palm fronds that are like hanging over. I just scrape against it. I scrape against, my whole arm lights up on fire. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Did I just get stung by a wasp? And I look under, and it's just coated in caterpillars. And then all of a sudden, my arm starts swelling. I start going to anaphylaxis.
Oh my God.
We start going to the hospital. Yeah, we start going to the hospital, and then like I get some Benadryl.
Yeah, I would get ready to hummus.
Yeah, no, legit, like it was bad.
I have some expired EpiPens in my truck if you want them.
Cool. Yeah, I got 3 at the work.
Sure.
Yeah. They're expensive, like $1,000 for like the 2 of them.
How expired are they?
Probably like at least 2 years. I have the good ones at my house for some stupid reason. I leave them there, but I have the expired ones in my truck because the truck gets so hot.
You should probably switch those.
Well, the truck gets hot. I don't know what the.
That's just probably not good. If it's been like 100-degree heat, it's probably like denaturalized.
I actually Googled it, and they're like, if you're in that situation, just hit yourself with it. Doesn't matter. Just keep fucking injecting.
It's like expired anti-venom. Just fucking
Try it.
keep-
Yeah, I got expired anti-venom.
Oh, yeah.
It was from like 2005.
I think
was
they
like,
just have
what?
to put a fucking date on it.
They're
That's
just like,
why.
that's all we got.
It's liability.
So we do this thing on the podcast where when we have someone new, we have them basically explain how they got into animals. So if you want, Tyler,
And we make them drink all the booze we have.
make them take a shot and
There's a
tell
last
us.
podcast. I was fucked.
Tell us how you got into animals, especially venomous snakes, because I think that's what people want to hear. Like, what was your start? What was your first venomous snake?
Okay, so honestly, I grew up in West Palm, like, more like Delray, Boynton area, and my neighborhood. We always like played outside. There was gators, there were snakes. My cousin lived right down the street, same street. He had a bunch of. They all had reptiles. They were older than me. They had reptiles. It was just we were always catching lizards and shit when I was a little tiny kid. And my dad's been a cop my whole life. So my dad, back in the day, I feel like people probably still call the cops when they have like animals at their house.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I would imagine. But even back in the day, like I feel like more people know about FWC now.
Yeah.
But like back in the day when I was a kid, like nobody called FWC about animals. They called the cops. And so my dad was one of the cops that would be like, oh, you got an alligator at your house, you got a snake at your house, or whatever the fuck it was. My dad was the guy that was like, hey, I'm going to go catch that shit. You know what I mean? So my dad would go catch the snake, catch the gator, catch whatever, bring it home for us, me and my little brother. And we would like keep it at the house for like a couple days, take care of it, make a little terrarium and shit, and then we would let it go.
That's sick.
Yeah, so that's pretty much just grown up. I'm born and raised here.
Yeah.
So just being born and raised
Where'd you get your
Floridian.
hours?
My hours, so I got my hours as soon as I turned 18 because from the time I was 12 to almost 20, I worked at Underground Reptiles. And like as I started doing venomous, when I was probably 12 or 13 at Underground.
Wow.
So, dude, I was
Like back in the day,
cleaning
back in the day you could do
cages.
that shit. Now
Yeah,
it's like
back
if
in
a
the
12-year-old
day.
comes to me, it's like
Right, yeah.
nah.
Back in the day, you
Yeah,
could
dude.
though, bro.
Attorneys are
I'm
good
almost
these days.
40
You get
years old,
fucking
bro. I'm
sued.
36. Like, this was fucking 15, 20 years ago, bro. Like,
Back when permits were probably free or like $10.
it was $5 a year.
Really? Damn.
5,
Yeah, they used to do gator
Five.
nuisance gators. They would mail you the permits.
bro. Yeah. It
Yeah,
was
when Troy was doing permit gators, he was getting them in the mail.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about like VRC permits and be like, yeah, remember when you had to send in your hard copy paperwork? Because now it's all online. But back in the day, you had to send in fucking.
I just
the
renewed
paper.
that, and even when Eric was at the house, like it was probably a couple weeks ago. Dude, we were going over it. I've had my venomous permit for 18 years.
Damn.
That's fucking crazy,
You ain't old at all.
That's OG.
bro. For 18 years.
Damn.
Bro, what was it
That's
like? Like 12 to like 18 at Underground. Like, what were you kind of doing there, and what was that experience like
Bro,
for
I
you?
was just,
Whatever he
I
wanted.
thought I was
Just
cool
winging
as
it.
fuck, bro. Like Ryan was like my dad, the owner, and yeah, bro. I would anytime like hot girls would come in, he'd be like,
You pull a snake out?
I gotta clean these cobra cages.
Want to see
That's
the
what
kiss
your
of
Ryan's
that?
go to.
Like, oh
Hey, you
my
want to see
god,
my
you're
snake?
so brave, and I'm like, I know, it's crazy, right?
Want to see my snakes? And then you want to see my snake?
Yeah, that was like the coolest thing, bro. Like,
How did you swing the time to work with reptiles and get your apprentice hours for tattooing?
I didn't go to school.
You didn't?
I haven't been in school since I was 14. You know,
Yeah.
so I got
Damn.
expelled when I was a freshman in high school.
You're a pretty smart guy.
I
for a
started
guy that's
working
in the
full
fucking arts.
time, and then I got expelled for like selling drugs and fucking tattooing minors.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Damn.
Never would have guessed.
Yeah, I started tattooing all. Well, it really happened because I tattooed a couple of my Jewish friends, and their parents found out,
Oof.
and they went to my fucking school.
Don't fuck with
And
it.
then,
This is
and
so
then-
funny.
And then they're like, "Who's this fucking Tyler kid tattooing all our fucking Jewish kids?" And fucking all these Jew parents pissed at me. So yeah, it was
That's
That's so funny,
And they were
dude.
all fucking
fucked.
attorneys. Every single
Some of
one
my best friends are Jewish, like still to this very day, bro. And it's hilarious because they're all tattooed now.
Yeah.
But I was
And
I guess the
shunned-
guy that did the first
shunned from
ones
the
of them.
temple.
They
You
can't
shall
get
not
buried.
enter.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Fuck.
Listen, that's not
Was your
even a
dad
fucking
pissed at
thing.
you?
Oh my god, my dad's a cop. He beat my ass.
Yeah, yeah. So I was just gonna make that
Oh,
reference.
God,
Like,
dude.
your dad's a cop.
Oh,
and
my dad
you're
beat
getting
the
expelled.
shit out of me, dude.
Dad's
My dad.
beating-
This is also back in the day when you could beat your fucking kids and not go to jail.
Yeah, your dad's
I
beating
got
you.
my
Stop
ass
resisting.
beat,
Stop resisting.
bro.
Handcuffs Tyler,
Bro,
throws him in the fucking
dude,
room.
Holy crap!
Taser, taser, taser.
You know how many times my dad has just locked me in a fucking cop car and left me there? A
Yeah.
few times.
My buddy's dad, he said
Deserves it each time.
we
though.
used to go drinking at like house parties, and he was also a cop. And as soon as one of the boys got their testosterone and booze calculations mixed up and got all fucking aggro trying to show off, he would handcuff us to the fucking couch or the pole. And I wasn't like a loose handcuff. He'd literally grab us, handcuff us, and like, you sit there and think about your actions. And we just sit there fucking just handcuffed, just waiting.
That's my dad, except he would like hit us while we
Beat
were
the
handcuffed.
fuck out of you.
You know,
So with
or
your,
like leave you outside in the cop car with it off in Florida
oh, jeez.
in August.
summer.
Like fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That's too fucking funny.
So with your dad being like super strict and like a cop, how did he let you like not go to like? What was that like when you?
That
You just
probably
didn't
made
go back
Tyler
to
want to
school?
keep doing bad shit.
I know,
do you
but
mean?
like I feel like
He was like, "Yo, you gotta either work or go to like a fucking a trade school."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Cool, I'm gonna start working full time." So I started working full time when I was 14. When I turned 16, I got my driver's license, bought my first car, drove it to my dad's house, packed all my shit, and left.
You're working as a tattoo artist?
Here I am. Yeah, I was tattooing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a-
My dad's neighbor still to this day his name is Joey D. He owns a tattoo machine company called Infinite Irons, but now he makes guns and does all gun stuff now. He's killing it. Like Jesse James style shit. Dope. But yeah, he's still my dad's next door neighbor. And growing up, I was always a hustler and I always wanted my parents are poor, bro. My dad's a cop, my mom's a fucking gymnast instructor growing up. Like my parents made no fucking money.
Yeah.
So, like, if I wanted things when I was growing up, I had to work for it. So, I started when I was 10, 11, 12. I started mowing lawns and washing cars and fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was just like a hustler. And I just wanted to fucking grind.
And now you're doing great. You know, I bet because of you leaving school and getting expelled probably made you excel more in life because instead of you
Yeah,
being
I
in
gotta,
school,
like,
you're learning
grind.
real life shit.
yeah.
You know,
I've been having to just make it fucking happen.
that's crazy.
That's awesome, though.
So what was your first tattoo?
My
That's the
initials on
monkey
my
with the
arm.
butthole.
Really?
I don't even remember which arm it was, but it's been covered up for forever.
I'm going to trade you a Gator.
Oh, you
for
got
your
it done or you
tattoos.
did it yourself?
A friend of mine did it.
Yeah. Right
what's
on.
the first tattoo you did on yourself?
First tattoo I did on myself.
It's on his
my
pecker.
God.
Show us.
It's on
his
which
wiener.
one is it? I think it's the one I did on my toe. Yeah, it is the one I did on my toe.
It's a camel. Camel on his toe.
No. Not my toe, my foot.
This stupid thing.
Is that a dagger?
It's a scorpion stinger skull. You see that? You see the skull right there?
It's actually
And then,
not bad.
It's like a scorpion. It's like a scorpion stinger going through my
There were
foot.
definitely
Not bad.
drugs
You know,
involved
some
with that
skin
design
tears.
right there.
You know,
Lots of
Sick.
drugs.
His dad beat him.
I did that
Real bad
tattoo.
after that.
Hold on, let's do the math real quick. So that was the first tattoo I did on myself. I graduated or I was supposed to graduate in 2005. So that means I did this tattoo in 2002. That's
Damn.
fucking crazy.
I was in second grade.
That's crazy.
Kids born in
Some
that
good
year
ink.
were like
2002.
24
That's
right
when I
now.
did
Riley
tattoo.
wasn't even born yet.
Shut up! Oh my god, that's terrible.
That's like 10 years before she was born.
Dude, I got a snake older than that girl.
Holy shit!
Really? What's
That's fucking
My ball
wild.
python's older than her.
That's crazy. Oh man, I need
For the fans out there,
after
Riley
that
is
one.
blood red right now.
I just brought the bottle to the table.
I mean,
My,
Riley's only 18
uh,
years old, so.
My first.
All right,
He's not
17.
18. My first tattoo was like a poke and stick, just like stick and poke and stick.
Get it right.
On my arm, just 3 little dots, and it was fresh. Like I did it like the day before, and I didn't even go that deep, like because it hurt, you know. So I did 3 little dots, and my mom saw it, and she was like, "You motherfucker!" She's like, "You better dig it out of your arm right now." So I grabbed like this little knife, and I fucking like dug the ink out of my arm,
So you just scarred?
and now I have a scar of just like 3 little dots on my
So
elbow.
nothing changed.
No. But my first tattoo was actually in
Now
Cuba.
you're tattooing tits on yourself.
Yeah, now I just tattooed a boob, a bull, a lightning bull.
And your girl's name.
She tattooed that. And
Put that
this
fucking
little
mark
snake.
on there.
But yeah, my first tattoo was in Cuba. Insane, bro. I get this tattoo in like a hot house. There's no AC. I'm sweating bullets. I get the Cuban flag. Then there's no moisturizer on the island. So I went up to an aloe plant. I squeezed the aloe out, and I'm like rubbing it on my tattoo. Did not help. It scabbed up just like a wound, like I skidded my skin, you know? And it turned into a big scab and just got destroyed. So it was not the best tattoo.
Might have to touch it up.
That's some Cuba ass shit right there.
Yeah, and it was 16. My dad's like, you
Aloe
want a
plant.
tattoo?
Well, it wasn't aloe.
Yeah,
it was
go
like some other
outside,
weird
aloe.
plant. Fucking jungle fever. You know, like,
Poison Ivy's cousin.
It like dries your skin out, and so like make it.
He almost died.
Yeah, Cuba was fucking
I
crazy.
think the next podcast we should get
Yeah, I
some,
bet.
like, some
Cuba's,
like
like,
exotic insects
scary.
and stuff and have it bite us on air.
I think that's a great
I'll
idea.
do it.
Yeah, I think you just volunteered. I'll find some bugs.
I'll do
bro.
it. Put a
Yeah.
5-foot gator here. I'll let it bite me.
I want to do a podcast inside the croc enclosure, and I also want to do one like outside under the tiki hut.
No, that's
you know?
crazy, bro. Mosquitoes. Like, that's too much.
Oh, this fucking California.
Crazy.
Dude, the mosquitoes on Sea Road are fucking nuts.
Yeah.
bro.
Get out of here
They're
with that.
different. They're different, bro. I got
you-
mosquitoes on my property. They are nothing
They're,
like the
they're,
Sea
actually,
Road
they're actually called
mosquitoes.
tiger mosquitoes.
They're
The big
fucked.
ones, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they have the
They got like
stripes.
white legs.
Yeah,
White
stripes.
stripes.
Yeah, let's keep the podcast inside, boys. Let's do that.
Well, let's just wait till the
Honestly,
winter.
you got some nice tiki huts outside. We should just move everything out there. Put
Dude,
some
the tiki
lighting.
huts are fire.
Like,
Yeah.
Tonight's great, bro. It's cool.
Yeah.
tiki
Well, the
hut's
good thing
fire.
about my pond
All
is
the mosquitoes got blown away yesterday.
well, if you have
Yeah.
fish in a pond, they eat the larvae, so there's no mosquitoes. But if you have sitting water, like near my croc tubs, there's mosquitoes there.
Right.
But when it comes to like the pond, there's no mosquitoes.
You just throw mosquito fish in all your like tubs. Just like keep
But
it constantly
What I
full.
think would be really cool is like having just a little bonfire. Then we pull out the lights, and then we're outside. With
That'd be
like
cool.
Fire, smoke, just
Get the-
chilling.
get
You
the
know,
wireless mics.
we could
Bro.
smoke, drink, do whatever.
We could do it on a like a party night and just have people cycling through. Just like
Yeah.
you come up, talk a little bit, go back to the party. Come up, talk a little bit,
You
go
don't
back
want
to
to
the
see us
party.
at the end of the night. It's fucking.
That's the best content.
yeah,
People love
that's
it.
dangerous. We talk about so much dangerous shit. Because imagine
It's
if
just
like
dangerous. The amount of alcohol we consume. by the end of
imagine
the
if
night.
It's
people could
dangerous to your
see
liver.
our group
Jesus
chat, bro.
Christ.
You don't want to see the group.
We would be canceled so hard, bro.
Hey, we're keeping the group chat
sometimes
off.
I don't even respond or even talking.
You're like, I don't need to
sometimes
be associated
sometimes
with
I
that.
just literally go in the group chat and I just fucking read it, bro. And I'm like, what is like wrong with everybody?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Dude, it's wild.
The first podcast we did 2 in one night, and people are like, "Oh my god, like I don't know how they drank that much liquor and we're okay." And I was like, "Dude, that was 9 at night. We were out till 4 a.m. that night. Like that night did not end."
And that was one night. People probably thought that was seperate. Like 2 podcasts, like
might
you're,
need another
That
you're
was
drunk.
That was back to back.
Not bad.
You drank my drink?
No, I dropped my chip in your drink.
Oh, I'll still drink it. I didn't even pour it. So yeah, Tyler Nolan
Just put ice on the floor in your drink.
been tattooing his whole life, been messing with snakes his whole life.
Hey, how's
Another-
that design coming along?
Which design?
for
Oh my
tattoo.
god! I just gotta
Come on,
draw,
bro. Come on, bro.
What we honestly we need to just book you an appointment.
I don't know about all that. Let's see the design first.
Ryan,
I just
want
don't
some
have
free
I don't
shit.
have a whole lot of free time when I'm just
I
like
know, I know.
I have nothing to do right now. I'm gonna
Everything's
draw for
AI
it.
right now.
I wish I had
Cookies go.
time like that.
I
I
know.
wish.
I really want to do it, but I'm like,
I just need to fucking. I need to make myself do it. No.
Are you fresh? You have no tattoos?
I have no
He's
tattoos.
a virgin,
Damn,
bro.
well, I have a tattoo gun here. We could change that tonight.
Fuck all that.
Riley set it up. We're gonna give Ryan a tattoo in the podcast. No.
Don't ever get tattooed by somebody that's gonna call it a
fucking Jeanette
tattoo
is
gun in the
screaming.
first
Yeah,
place.
no. I'm only coming to you, bro.
If somebody is ever, if somebody says, "Yo, I got a
touch me.
tat gun, let me tattoo you," that's your first
where's
sign.
where's my
They probably
fucking-
should not
where's my
tattoo
fucking
you.
headband?
It is not called tattoo.
Oh, I got
gun.
it. I got it.
Bro, I needed that the other night. I was catching a Gator.
I'll give it to you.
Fucking thing
But
was.
no, I
screaming.
mean, it came out good. Like, I thought it was gonna come out like shit.
Dude,
but
honestly-
the ink came out pretty decent.
Honestly, I've seen way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
First tattoos ever. The first night I got my tattoo gun, I did 11 tattoos.
Oh my god, killing it.
Every friend got a tattoo that night.
Crushed it.
She got a tattoo that night.
Was that your
Hers came
first
out nice,
tattoo?
too.
You got tattoos?
Crushed.
She's
it.
just got like the little ones on her hands, but I did one on her ankle.
Yeah, he
Came
put
out
her,
good.
his name on her back.
Big, super big. But yeah, like it's a lot of work. Like Jake and Denny were over and they're like, "We want a tattoo," and I'm like, "Oh, now I got to go through all this bullshit, putting on
Never mind.
gloves, putting out ink.
That thing is
Like it's not fun."
Yeah.
For those of you guys that can't hear,
It was
the
not
Janet's making all sorts of noises.
Yeah, it's
right now.
calling
It's
his daddy's hair.
like, it's like barking.
I was not
Yeah.
expecting it to sound like that.
Yeah, it sounds like someone hit a squeaker toy.
Dude, it'll make noise all fucking night like that if it's hungry.
Hey, it was a smart move to get mammals, right?
No, if you guys want to buy an African Jeanette,
good.
let me know.
So
I'll sell it to you.
$4,500.
Yep,
Yeah.
$4,500. This video gets
Wow,
banned
is that
for
expensive?
The sale of animals.
No, that's the promotional price.
That's the
right now.
resale price.
No, they're only 600. So
Yeah, right. No, I'll be honest. They're $3,000, but it's socialized. I mean, I've spent well over $500
It's not
on
socialized. I think it's
Yeah, it
fucking
is.
feral.
no, it's pretty chill. It doesn't bite you.
No,
Hard.
because those things are known to be assholes. Like they'll come and they'll and fucking tear you up. That thing is good with kids. It's good with my son. I swear. Like babies, it just knows. You know, it's not gonna go fuck them up.
It's also like 3 months old, so like give it some time.
Yeah.
I'm a father of 3, by the way, in case you're
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know if I'd let my daughter do nothing either.
No, it's
Nah, it was cool. I
Dude,
thought it was cool.
That thing's actually scared of my son.
My daughter's
my son will be like,
fucking tough.
back up. And it's like, it's scared of
Yeah,
Storm.
he wants to wrestle it.
Yeah, Storm's a
Yeah,
bad
I'd be
mofo,
scared
dude.
too.
He would probably try fighting Neil if he had the chance.
Probably.
Dude, my cat's scared to death of my daughter. I feel
I
it.
don't know.
Your cat's cute as hell, little Maine Coon.
Oh, dude, he's so
I was
cute.
over there when he got it. So cute. Like, I
yeah.
fucking love Maine Coons.
I want a Maine Coon, bro. Bad.
He's got such a
all
good
that
personality.
fucking-
If you have a
Yes.
Maine Coon and you want to
Shit,
trade
man.
for an African Jeanette, deal. Done. I'll do it.
Lightsey's has a ginger one. Ginger Mancoon.
Really?
Yeah.
Those are rare.
Like,
Dude,
yeah.
hit up Steven. He might trade you for the Janet. He's got. I was just up there. He's got like 10 Maine Coon kittens.
He's got a bunch of genets.
Who?
Steven Brazil.
Oh.
This guy had breeds
He
Maine
had an
Coons.
orange Maine Coon that was like, holy.
What's
Bro,
like,
the
what's like
calico.
the average going price for a Maine Coon?
Like 3,000.
Like 3,000?
Yeah.
That'd be a fair trade.
I'll,
You
look
want
it
me-
up
I'll
one
text
day. I
him
was
'cause
gonna get it.
he's
There's
got
this
one that
lady in
I
Miami
wanted.
has
You
them
just
for
get it.
4,500
Maine Coons?
Maine Coons.
Oh, yeah.
But they're
You
like,
guys are like
manes
paying
are, like,
$3,000 for a life commitment.
I didn't pay anything.
that.
I
It's a
tattooed.
Maine Coon. It's a fucking
Fuck that.
giant cat.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
it gonna do?
Well, there's a market for it. That's why there's a lot
Yeah, the
there's a
father of my
market.
cat is like 45 pounds, and then the mom is 37
I
pounds.
was gonna, bro. My
Big-ass cat.
regular cat's about 35 pounds.
All right.
Yeah, but yours is probably
Oh.
fat.
Yeah, you haven't seen my cat.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
so obese. Like if I don't feed her, she will grab my leg until I feed her.
Yeah, no,
We're
these
talking
things are
muscle.
giant. There's
No.
big cats.
No,
Yeah,
I
they're
know.
just
My friends,
big.
my friend's got 3 of them, but like I don't know, dude. Like I'm over keeping all these animals. Like my life just goes to cleaning, feeding, picking up shit, giving attention. Like
Yeah.
oh my.
You got enough
Welcome to
haters
the
in your
game,
life anyway.
bro.
Yeah,
Welcome to the game.
I got 3
Just
kids.
stay out of mammals.
I don't know
No
what
kids, that's why.
another kind of life is like, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
People
But
are always like, how do you do this? I'm like, I don't know. I've been
There's
doing
nothing
it
else.
forever.
You have a shit ton of like
Yeah.
Tyler
But
has
I've
a
always
fuck ton of
I've
animals.
bro, since I was a little kid, even living in my parents' house, like even living with my mom and dad growing up, I always had like 6 fucking fish tanks and like 10 snakes and 4 lizards, and like I always my whole life.
Yeah.
I always had
Always.
this thing about rescuing. Like that's why I volunteered for so many years. I used to go do crazy stuff. I actually made myself bankrupt. Like I would have no money, but I would scrounge it up to go put gas in the truck and rescue all these fucking animals.
That
And
was
then-
booze. That was booze.
Again, welcome
That was
to
like
the club.
Jameson.
Actually, I was really high. I was smoking so much doobie.
Crystal meth.
I'm gonna save this critter.
But it's different. Like if you got a bunch of reptiles and a bunch of snakes,
You can leave them for 2 weeks.
That's
They're
yeah,
good.
that's different than a fuck ton of mammals or like
I've always
hoof
liked
stock.
reptiles. The first puff adder I ever caught, I was 7 years old. I put it inside my
Whoa.
pillowcase.
That's crazy.
My housekeeper was freaked the fuck out. This thing was in our driveway, and she had a big garden rake, and she was about to squash it. And I pushed her aside, and then I was like, fucking got down there, picked them up, put them in the side of the pillowcase, and stupid as fuck because I should have been nailed. But yeah, reptiles have always been awesome.
You should get a pet snake next weekend at my expo at Scales. Perfect place to get a snake.
I'll promote it. But
You
I'm not
kids
Yeah,
getting
you should
snake.
get a snake. Your kids will love a snake.
I got her a leopard gecko for her birthday.
Yeah, but it's not a snake.
don't
Leopard
care.
geckos you got to feed every day. Snakes once a week.
Yeah,
give it
way
every
easier.
2 weeks. You're
actually,
solid.
I was
Snakes are
thinking
way
about
cooler.
getting her something like cool, like a ball python or something.
Yeah, there
like
you go.
that.
Next weekend, bro.
But dude, then I have to clean it, and I have to fucking
They're
feed
easy.
it. And,
Bro, you're cleaning it once every like fucking 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
yeah, but I could be fucking jacking off in the
Now
toilet.
you're just being lazy. You're just being lazy. It's like if he's like, oh, I don't want to do YouTube.
I have
I
two
don't.
jobs.
I don't want to get more money and be famous.
Yeah.
Bro, this guy catches alligators every fucking day. All
Nobody
he's got
wants
to
to
do
watch
is
that
wear a
shit.
GoPro. Bro, are you kidding me? Gator Boys. The concept is proven.
There's a whole TV show.
All you have to do is put a
just
GoPro on your
filming what
chest,
you do.
sit there, smoke your cigarette, and fucking just talk shit. And
Yeah.
I guarantee you,
All the
you'll
cool
get
pictures
views.
of me with a cigarette. in my
cigarette
mouth.
sounds
Gator.
delicious.
Everybody always like as soon as I
gonna
pull
do
this
this
gator
again.
out the pond, I'll have the rope around him, and the gator's mouth is wide open. People are like they're on edge and they're recording me. I'll literally reach in my pocket, grab the cigarette, fucking light that shit.
They posted him in a group in like the Ibis group, and they're like, some guy with cut off sleeves smoking a cigarette is catching an alligator.
No, they said,
We're
"Well,
like, is
kicking
he
the
even
alligator."
legit?
Bro, I was literally calling them over, trying to assess how
On
accurate-
Ibis?
Well, so Ibis
When
security,
was it? The one that was on North? Was it the Gator on North Lake and Ibis?
No, he actually made it to the water. That one, the 9-footer. He actually crossed the road and made it to the water. I think that one.
So
yeah.
he's good.
So the head of security for
Bro,
Ibis.
I love that guy, Gator. He's been there for a minute.
In the little pond.
There's on North Lake before you get to Publix.
Yeah,
there's
a little
a
pond on the right, right?
on the right. There's a little pond
The
on the
fountain.
right, with the
It's,
fountain.
it's like an 8-footer. He crosses the road on Ibis's entrance. He goes to the big lake, and then he comes back, chills there, and scares the crap out of this one very nice Publix worker that rides his electric bike. He was like riding his bike one day, and I was driving by, and the gator was sunning itself. And then as soon as the bike came, and he was just headphones on, just cruising, the fucking gator burst into the water, and he speed wobbled and fucking ate it. Boom. But the head of security of Ibis, Greg Butcher, he used to be a trapper for like 20 years. So he calls me all the time, and I know Ibis. Ibis is weird. They all like love their gators, love their wildlife. They feed them. They like think they're puppies until somebody gets chased by a 10-footer while they're fucking walking their dog. So they had 2 gators right by the entrance. And they were like, I got the permit. I spoke to Greg, and he's like, yeah, go for it. Just go do your thing. Because he knows, like, I won't catch a gator if it runs from me. If he runs, if he keeps his distance and doesn't fuck with people, he can stay. I don't give a fuck. So I went there, and I was like, man, I got to be inconspicuous. So I parked, like, in this with the power boxes, like a little driveway. I parked my truck there. I crossed the street, went to the side of the lake. I put the gator call on, and I sat, like, under this willow tree away from the houses. And of course the head of the fucking homeowners association was having fucking coffee or a vodka martini on her patio and saw me. And these 2 8 and 9-foot gators beelined, zero fear of me, straight up to my feet. One came through the weeds. I saw the weeds moving, so I got ready for it to like literally surface at my feet. And as it surfaced, it lunged at me. I launched straight in the air and jumped back. She puts on Facebook, this fucking guy was smoking, no sleeves, tattoos.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, descriptive-wise, it was true. But she's like, he kicked our gators. I'm like, when the fuck do you see somebody kick an alligator?
a
Or when you
gator?
jumped,
Maybe
you
she
hit it
had,
on the
like,
way out. So
He's
him out or
kicking our swamp
I
puppies.
was like, what the fuck? So Greg, he like screenshotted it because they have their own community group, and he sent it to me, and I was like, oh my God. So I went back the next day, and I was like, yeah, these gators have zero fear, because people were complaining about them except for her. I went in her backyard, and I pulled both of them out right in her backyard. I was like hoping she'd come out, because like I wasn't gonna kill them. I was like, yeah, people live here, they have kids, they have dogs, like, and Ibis is infested with big gators.
Right.
Like they have multiple 12-footers, multiple 11s and 10s, and then it's always like that 7 to 9 foot range that have no life lessons about people that they will just like charge you and have no like give no fucks.
Yeah, it's like the old gators know that we're a threat and don't want to fuck
If
with
you
us.
go on Google right now and you Google Ibis Reserve, trying to be creative, like Ibis Reserve woman feeding wildlife, woman feeding alligator, the front page of the Palm Beach Post, FWC did a sting on this Asian lady. She owns like a bunch of Best Westerns. Like she's super wealthy. Bro, she was going to the Publix next to Ibis buying organic chicken, organic pork shoulders, like all this expensive stuff. And then there's a trail cam, a 10'8" gator, and this little Chinese lady in the dark, and she's throwing fucking meat at it.
People love feeding gators.
Bro, she was feeding the turkey vultures organic chicken that they were sitting on all the houses, and then while they were waiting to be fed, they were ripping people's patio furniture to pieces. Bro, Ibis sued her for $50,000. There it is right there, yeah.
Shit.
We have our fact checker just confirmed. Neil is not lying.
I don't need to lie about my stories, bro. It's fucking... Bro, she gave me $400 cash the first time I met that Asian lady. She was so nice.
You just left the other turkey vultures chilling in there when you grabbed that one out.
There were like 100 of them, bro. There were fucking hundreds of them. Literally, there's videos of them ripping the furniture of all the neighbors. Like they were getting anxious and just ripping their houses and yards apart. Like
Crazy.
Ryan would probably date her, like some rich psychological, like,
bro,
or lady.
How rich we talking?
I know you would.
bro, the fact that
Trying
she
to
was
keep that
spending like
Asian streak going.
$400.
Lots of Asians, dude.
How is dim sum? That's really cool though. Ibis is just like infested. They have a big, I don't know, 13-footer in the back of their property that Butcher keeps telling me about. He's like, as soon as somebody complains, like he's so big and scary that he wants him gone because he's like, there's just so many kids that go fishing back in this preserve.
Oh, I need to build my pond.
Dude, you should go with Neil. Film a video with Neil catching
want
your
to.
gator.
I want
That is
to,
the
bro.
that's the best,
I
right?
want
Like,
to.
like, hey, we're gonna go catch this gator.
I need to like pump the fuck in.
I have a couple.
Put out
big
5
gators.
videos a week, bro. Get that gator
Dude,
thing
I'm
going.
3 days in a row right now.
There
I'm
you
doing
go.
4 days
I have a couple
tomorrow.
big gators in mind that you can probably go catch. Like, I just don't put effort into them because they're scared of me. Like they stay away from me, but the communities want them out because they're so big.
I want a man eater. Like I want a gator that has ate someone.
So long as he hasn't swallowed the flesh, you can get him.
Since we got Tyler here, let's ask you some questions. So what's next on your list? Let's say for like animal wise, like what is an animal you really want to get?
Pond, bro.
Komodo
I want a
dragon.
big ass
Gator
alligator.
pond.
Honestly, I'm
Get a
so
Komodo
good on
dragon.
animals, bro. No, I don't want. I have so many monitors, bro. Okay, if somebody was like, "Here's a
not
Komodo
a
dragon,"
monitor.
I would find fucking
I know
room.
it is,
Okay,
but like on a personality,
I would find
wise,
room. I got a croc monitor. It's the closest fucking thing I could possibly pretty much get.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Somebody was like, "Here's a baby Komodo." Fuck yeah, I'll find the fucking room.
Feed it
But
live
if somebody
goats.
is like, "Hey, here's another croc monitor or something," I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm so good. I want. What's next on my agenda is I want to get all my animals that I have right now into awesome, huge enclosures, like how you have built. Like
Yeah.
you have, dude. Your enclosures are beautiful. Like I want my shit to look like yours.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's
Let me know when you need a tiki hut. We'll do a tiki hut.
Shout out to
enclosure.
Stone's dad.
Can't afford that shit though.
I lucked out with my dad owning a
Yeah,
tiki
can't
hut.
afford that.
Stone's enclosures
It's
are like
expensive.
fucking better than
I want
most
to do it
zoos.
minus the tiki huts.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll definitely build you a tiki
I
hut.
want some
at
big
cost.
gators.
All my friends, I tell them, dude,
Even
at
at cost, bro.
Honestly,
Dude.
I would love to
I
have
barely
my own,
afford at cost
like,
everything. I do
pet
everything
gator.
at cost,
Gators
and I
are
build
the-
it myself
gators are
because I
the
can afford
fucking
people.
nicest-
Maybe we could trade for tattoos.
That we can do.
I told you.
There you go.
I'll get you a 10, 11 footer for.
So I got this rolly on my wrist, baby.
Yeah, that
Tattoos.
puppy's nice.
Honestly, like
Tattoos,
like
bro. I
rolly-
traded that shit.
You
I
see that,
I can't just go buy a fucking Rolex. Like, come on, bro.
How much was that?
This is like a $45,000 watch.
It's a presidential day date.
You paid for it?
No, I'm doing 20 tattoos for it.
Oh,
But the thing about this
a good
watch,
deal.
so Tyler's watch, it's not just a watch; it's a brick of gold.
it's a fucking home down payment.
You could melt that Rolex and probably get 20K. It's a brick of gold.
It's actually worth more that it's a Rolex more than gold is itself.
Yes, it is, and it's got baguette diamonds. But yes, it is worth
have it
more as a
insured?
Rolex.
No, I probably should get insurance.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a fucking good idea.
Yeah.
He's got a gun. He doesn't need insurance.
Nah, you'll be
Well,
surprised.
in case it gets damaged or something. Like, what if the tornado just fucking took it
I
out?
don't wear it all the time.
I was thinking that. I had 2 Rolexes in my room, and I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm going to put them in the safe. Hey, I'm not Patrick. Chill. Patrick, I'm not going to say it.
Patrick, reach out to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was pretty. Yeah,
Patrick's a little mad at
It
us.
wasn't just me. Like he keeps
Speaking
like,
of Animal Con, yeah. So Neil at Animal Con.
I totally
just
forgot
me.
about why I was like, oh, Patrick's mad. I know why Patrick's mad.
bro, I spent less than $100 on Patrick's room.
He comes out to me.
No.
He's like, he's like, you see this fucking bill? He was outside the hotel lobby when I found him. I was on my way to breakfast, okay? And he's outside freaking out. And he shows me the bill, and I'm like, oh my God.
This is what
I was
happened.
like,
For 2 days, we're eating and
I
drinking.
thought
Neil's charging.
dude, I'm not even gonna lie though. The first 2 people in my mind were fucking Stone and Neil. I was like, that kind of looks like a Stone and Neil thing. And he was like, those motherfuckers.
It
I
was
swear
Stone.
to God, bro.
And it was Neil. But so we all had a giant dinner, right? Giant dinner. It was me, Neil, Rosie, Riley, Ryan, Chandler, so many people. And Neil was like, oh, let's get some shots. We're going to put it on this room number.
you said fucking shots.
Yeah, that's what he said. He was like, somebody found my fucking room number, and they put it all on my room.
Bro, I went to Patrick. Me and Chandler had a shot. Oh, sorry. And I ordered 2 shots. And I went up to Patrick, and he was sitting at the poolside. And his room number is 3812. And I'm like, hey, 3812, thanks for those shots. And he was like, what? I'm like, yeah, 3812, thanks for the shots. And he started laughing at me. And that's how it started. This fucker is like, hey, what's Patrick's room number? I'm like, 3812.
Oh my God.
Fucking,
Yo, can I get
dinner-
another round on 3812?
Dinner
please?
was $500. No one signed that receipt. You signed that receipt.
I didn't sign it.
The dinner tab? Oh, well.
Stone signed it.
I don't know. But I didn't give him the room number for the $500 dinner. I did order a couple shots.
A few times.
No, well,
There was like 5 charges, and it's like,
salmon,
boom, boom, boom.
fucking
It's Stone at the bar
oysters and
signing for it on
fucking
camera, smiling.
lambs,
That's the
Rockefeller.
thing is like
Fancy shit.
I put my debit card down and my debit card got stolen. I have $680 in charges from somebody, and they were like perfect 0 charges, not even a cent. And like when the dinner happened, everybody was so fucked. They all just like disintegrated from the table. I'm spitting all over you. They all just fucking left.
That's because you were like, I got dinner tonight, guys. Don't worry. And we're like,
No.
okay, cool.
No, me and
Little do
Stone,
we know you're like, Patrick is on you.
I think he was so drunk he doesn't remember. Yeah.
no, I sort of remember, but like me and Stone were standing. They were like, yeah, let's get some food. And like we're like muscles. We're like all this shit. And then,
But we paid him back.
Yeah.
We sent him the full, like, it was a joke.
he's
Whatever. We
not
charged
talking
his
to me.
room,
I don't
but
know why me only, but
Well,
he's
we
talking to
didn't
you.
know. It was all on Neil.
We did.
Fuck
we,
that. It
we
wasn't
did
all on me.
pay Patrick back, and then I felt bad because when we're drunk, it's like, oh, that's funny. Let's charge $650 to his room.
It was fucking funny.
It was funny.
was
That's the thing. It was
pissed.
funny. He's pissed. Whatever. We
was
paid
so
him back.
mad.
I went ahead. I gave him a Nile crocodile for free, and I gave him a hybrid snapping turtle for free. Like $600-700 in animals. So
Us, Ryan, we were at breakfast.
Right,
I
so
felt
Patrick,
so
if you're watching,
fucking bad,
stop being
bro.
angry.
Yeah, you had
Yeah.
a panic attack over it.
No, it wasn't that
he
bad.
went to the hospital because he was sick about Patrick.
Bro, I felt so bad. Like I've never asked Patrick for anything. Like I'm not friends with him for no other reason, just because he's a really good guy.
To be fair, you didn't ask him.
No, I didn't, but I thought it was funny, and it was fucking funny.
Well, the same thing happened to Ryan. His boy charged a bunch of shit
That's
to his
rough,
room.
Yeah,
100%.
bro, that night I was so fucking
How much
pissed.
money was charged to your room?
$400 that I wasn't even involved in. I look, I'm
man.
like, dude, it says Stadium Club. I wasn't there. I went back to the room. He's like, it wasn't me. I'm like, you're the only motherfucker charging
He was
such a
just
room
lying.
that has my room number.
Bro, I know it wasn't me because I didn't even remember the room number. I literally went to every floor in that building because my fucking room key wouldn't work. I was like, I knew it was the second one from the end. I was like, this one, nope. Elevator, this one, nope.
Oh my God.
And then I kept knocking and I kept knocking and I hit the doorbell and then him and his fucking gay ass fucking little underwear came and opened the door.
Well, bro, I
I
almost,
was like standing in his underwear.
I almost left him on the patio because an hour before he got back, I'm
tighty whities?
sleeping. No, they're culprit, so they have like funny pictures on it. It's hilarious.
So gay. So gay.
I mean, tighty whities would be gay, but like that's funny.
they had like
I like
colors
funny
and
underwear.
very descriptive
Yeah,
stuff.
the one
Funny
I'm
underwear
pretty sure the
funny.
ones I was wearing was cowboys riding dinosaurs.
That's hilarious.
Like happened was
Beard,
fucking I get back to the
hair.
hotel room, I'm sleeping, and then fucking I wake up to bang bang bang. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Bang, back there. Ryan, get out. I'm like, it's Jake and Ripka. Ripka's kicking the fucking door. And I like going for like 5 minutes. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I slammed the door open. Ripka's standing there with his dumb face. I grabbed the first thing I could find, which is TV remote. Fucking hit him with it. Remote blows up.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
And then he throws a water ball at me. I'm like, fuck you. We get
I
in a
got
fight.
back and I saw the remote and I was like, who the fuck was like dissecting the remotes? I was
No,
like,
that blew up on him. And then we were like fucking fighting. I'm pushing him over. I'm like, fuck you guys. And I go back in the room. And then an hour later, I hear knocking again. I'm like, oh, they got locked out. Fuck them. Let them sleep outside. And then like 10 minutes, I'm like, let me just go see who it is. And I look at it, I see it's Neil. I'm like, all right, you can come in.
Dude, sharing a hotel room with the boys is like, it's just the best thing ever.
It's fun in concept and practice. So you're like, fuck
We were in
you.
I do
Daytona,
not do it
and we're
anymore.
all drinking, and we're all sitting there in bed,
So good.
and it's like pure silence. And I go, does anyone else want to drink? And everyone's like, all right, yeah. So we're literally in bed, lights off. Everyone gets up. We fucking all shotgun beers on the fucking on the balcony and just throw them off the balcony.
yeah, me and Jake were really getting ready to leave, and then we just saw like this yellow stuff over your bathtub in your room, and we are like, did he just piss in the bathtub before he fucking left?
Yeah. We shotgun beers over it.
I was like, Jesus Christ. But no, I was sleeping on that couch. Like, I was so fucked. I was laying there. Even in my fucked state, it was so... I had no blanket. I'm using the pillows to cover myself. And I'm like sleeping, and I look down, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then when the sun came up, there was jizz stains.
Oh, gross, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
On his face.
No.
The worst is sharing a hotel room with Happy, bro, because he just gets
Happy
blacked
gets
out,
crazy.
That's
and he's just like naked.
I couldn't imagine staying with him. I've partied with him so many times that
Dude.
I couldn't imagine actually staying in a room with him.
He doesn't even drink. That's how bad that shit got. He got a DUI, and then that's it. No more drinking for him.
Well, bro, even at like Daytona, we all stayed together, and like the second night,
was
I was like,
wild.
"Fuck that, I'm getting my own place." Like I can only do that for so long.
Yeah, that's why, dude, I've been doing this shit for forever,
Yeah.
bro. I've been traveling and doing conventions for fucking almost 20 years, bro.
He almost got in a fight
I
with
always get my
Tiki's geckos one
own
time.
room now.
Who? Happy?
Happy almost got fought Tiki, and I was like,
How are you
yo,
getting
chill.
a fight with David, bro?
He's like the nicest guy ever.
Right? Like, what the fuck did he do? He breeds
Fucking
geckos, bro. He's harmless.
super
Leave
nice.
him
He's like,
alone.
fuck your geckos.
Leave him alone, bro.
Yeah, Happy's wild when he's drunk.
Yeah, David got.
Happy's funny.
Did we say this? How bad he got fucked up during the tornado?
Oh yeah, he got wrecked.
Lost a lot of animals. Unfortunately,
I thought he didn't lose any animals.
no. He said he lost a bunch of
The
animals.
stuff that was outside, I believe.
Like died. I don't know if they got loose, but they like Eric called me this morning. He was like, yeah, he's like, we're over at
Eric
McCarthy's
called
and
me this
Panther
morning,
Ridge
too.
and like everywhere checking on everyone's animals. But yeah, so he lost a ton of cages. Unfortunately, lost some animals. So if you guys want to go check out Tiki's Geckos and reach out, see if you need some help, maybe some money.
yeah, some donations or something.
Yeah.
Like, buy a gecko, pay 10 times more than it's worth.
yeah.
But they got wrecked by those tornadoes.
Man, so Tyler, bro, what's happening in Tyler's fucking life, man? You've been doing any crazy tattoo stories lately? I know you got some crazy tattoo stories.
Not really, man.
Anyone pass out while getting
How many
a tattoo?
cocks
Oh,
have you
that
tattooed?
happens all the time, dude.
How
I've
many
done,
dicks?
I've done so
Just
many
tell us.
alligator and crocodile tattoos. Oh, you say cocks?
Yeah, how many
Or
cocks?
Crocs.
Cocks.
I've never tattooed a dick. I've tattooed balls before.
Why?
I tattooed matzah across my friend's nuts before. He
Matzah?
was Jewish, yeah,
Like
so he
matzo
wanted
ball?
matzah.
Ah,
He wanted
matzo
matzo.
ball.
balls.
Did you have to
Yeah.
like stretch
The funny
the
story,
skin?
he was like he was like one of the head chefs of was
Did
it
you blow on the balls
Jay
when they shrunk up?
Alexander's in Boca.
Yeah.
I tattooed matzah across his nuts. He went to work the next day, showed it, pulled his nuts out in front of everybody.
That's a
His
Chandler
fucking the
tattoo
manager,
right there.
Jay Alexander's all fired him on the fucking spot for having his nuts out in the kitchen.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I
bro.
feel like Chandler is the guy to tattoo his nuts because they're always out.
Oh, I feel like Chandler would totally
You
get
should
nuts-
tattoo
his
his
nuts tattooed.
owl's balls, like owl's
His owl's eyes.
Oh my god!
yeah,
Big
that's
orange
hilarious.
fucking.
We would see his nuts even more. I'm sure.
You gotta be careful.
I think you got to pay for that.
Yeah. Well,
Only
blur it
group
out and
chat
be
way
like
too
10
many
bucks, you can
times.
see it.
It's just like a giant blur.
I'm sure there's some cougars out there that would pay for our ball videos, like on OnlyFans. We should like that's
Only
our-
balls.
Only, only balls.
People were
yeah.
like snapshotting photos of his feet, and there was like a whole feet fucking thread on Chandler.
Weird.
Yeah,
That's
Like a-
gross.
oh
'Cause
yeah,
you know who's looking at that shit.
people go
Like,
crazy for feet.
So
No, there was
weird.
this one guy on the last podcast that made this comment about like the things I was saying. Like, trying to make this weird ass joke, and I was like,
They were talking about my feet in the last podcast, and that's why I got socks on.
Wait, you guys read the
Oh.
comments?
Thank God I got socks on.
"Yeah, that's why I
Shit.
went to YouTube."
Oh, I took my
what a
sock off
fucking
earlier.
savage,
Fuck.
bro.
Bro, you just have to take into consideration,
people.
like the comments on YouTube. they don't mean shit. Like, think about it. You're getting anywhere from like 15 to 100,000 views. You're gonna listen to fucking 3 people, 4 people, bro.
Yeah. Well, that's how our brains are wired, though. Like,
Well, I just
we
wanna
can get
say
100
something back.
positive,
I don't-
1 negative.
Oh, I'll fire off on their ass. I love getting a little war in the comments, but I
just
don't
don't
take it
look.
to heart. Like, I don't lose
can't.
sleep over these guys.
Yeah, they
Bro,
don't
this
know,
dip is
bro.
so good.
I know you've probably dealt with some fucking crazy comments.
My God, I deal with crazy all the time.
You don't fucking respond back to them, do you?
Never block them.
Yeah, that's what I do. Say, hide
Block 'em.
user from channel.
It's not even. You
Myself,
can't even
it's-
because even if you comment back, if you say anything in a
It fuels
negative
them.
way, yeah, but they can say on Tyler Nolan YouTube channel, someone's like, "Hey, you're a fucking." Calls me gay or some stupid shit. Just someone talking shit. If I go and talk shit back to them, they can go to YouTube. Even though they started it talking shit in the first place, they can just go back to YouTube and be like, "Hey, this
Flag you.
creator said something negative back to me."
Yeah, like
Boom.
it's a
you
derogatory.
get flagged and you get fucking
But it's
you know,
butt
get
right or
favored and
something.
shit. Yeah.
Fuck.
That's what it is. Neil's afraid to get his ego hurt.
My ego. I'll literally give them my address. Like, you want my fucking address? Let's fucking meet up right the fuck now. Let's see who the fucking go for it. But
Yeah, well, having our permits, our addresses are public. Fucking.
Oh, yeah.
public
what's the other
records.
platform that all the gamers use because they got banned? from
Twitch.
YouTube? Twitch. That's it. Shouldn't you guys be on Twitch?
We should be.
Yeah, we should be.
I mean, it's just like TikTok. Like, when something new comes out like that, you want to fucking hop on it and you want to utilize it and you want to be one of the first guys. And I wouldn't be surprised if in 5-10 years we look back and are like, fuck, we should have started streaming on Twitch when it was small, you know?
Do it. Riley, get
Blake
on
does
that.
it. Blake's getting on it.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even like, you could even do like a podcast and then like you're going live. So you're recording for YouTube, but you're also going live on Twitch. Like, that'd be a good idea.
I think the one thing which will make this one go crazy if we do some like crazy shit on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'll get bit.
Well, so that's the goal, is to like, I just want to do like a boys podcast, but I also want to get like the biggest names in the reptile industry, and then I want to move up to like celebrities and incorporate animals. So like Hot Wings, but with animals. So we get like anyone with a big name, like a football player, an actor, and they're like, "Oh, what's your worst fear? Oh, spiders." Bet we call the fucking spider guy, and there's fucking 100 spiders on the table. You know, something crazy like that, which I think would be sick.
I'm trying to. We just started doing Facebook. My buddy Brandon that works for me. I told him, I was like, I'm so fucking busy doing everything else, I don't do Facebook. So I was like, yo, if I have all this, I have years of content, old content, bro.
Just
in hard
cycle.
drives, bro. Just
Yeah.
tons of content.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, repurpose all the content, start posting it on fucking Facebook, get it monetized, and we'll split the profit 50-50.
Yeah, it's like Jelly Smack.
We've
You
been,
could be Jelly Smack.
monetized on Facebook for 4 days. We're at like $1,800 right now.
Damn,
4
that's
days.
fire.
Yeah, it pays for your tire.
Yeah, bro.
One tire.
Just giving him half of it, bro. We just got to get on as many things as fucking
We
possible.
need a tire company to sponsor this video. We all need new tires.
It's tough though.
Yeah, that's the key, is to hit it all, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking hit it all. I mean, you got the content sitting there. Might as well use it.
My
Oh,
phone's like a plethora of like little shorts that I do. I have this cool video of 2 sandhill cranes. When I was pulling this gator out, they literally came to my defense. Wings out, they jumped in front of me over the gator. Like, get the fuck
That's
away
cool
from
as
this
fuck.
person.
That's a viral video right
Bro,
there.
they literally flew across the pond because they saw the gator, and they literally wing-spanged out and got between me and the gator, and they were like,
I'm gonna start this guy a
Why
YouTube channel.
seriously? Can
Yeah.
you, dude? See, that's what I'm saying,
just do
bro.
shorts, build it.
What I just said about Brandon, there's no reason why you can't find somebody that's like, hey, listen, I have all this crazy content. This is what I do for a fucking living. I will give you, dude. Tell them to
25%.
be in complete control. Give them half of it, bro, because there's a lot of fucking money to make.
I'll do it.
And you're not doing it.
do it,
Yeah,
go
dude,
for
have
it.
fucking
do it.
Stone do it, bro.
I'll link
Split
my
that
bank
shit.
account to your YouTube.
Give you 50%.
Fuck.
I link your dad's bank account. I think I trust your dad over trusting you.
We live in, not only
Yeah,
do we live
I
in
trust
Florida,
him
but
too.
we're a very niche community, and there's only a 1% of Floridians do what we do for
I just
fucking
came here to
living.
party, man. I'm just here for the good time.
But the fact that you know, like me, Tyler, Chandler, fucking
so am
all
I,
these
but
people,
we're all trying to pay bills
It
now.
adds you in, bro. You're missing out.
Yeah. Yeah, one day. Watch the space. Watch the space.
Yeah, people like you on the last podcast. They're like, oh, that motherfucker had some crazy stories.
If I really had to sit down and think, I got a lot of cool shit that I can talk about, even just with gators alone, but growing up as well. Like, so my grandfather was a storyteller. When we used to sit for Christmas, he would have everybody around and just tell stories about his life. he had like this niche of a way of describing things. He was just like so like he would captivate
Captivating,
people.
yeah.
And that's what I always say when I grow up. I want to tell stories. That's what my life should be like. It's a bunch of stories.
Start a podcast, maybe.
Well, you're on a
Life is
podcast right now.
Crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, fuck.
You need to change locations, though. I think this podcast needs to be mobile.
Oh, we're gonna switch it up.
A tiki one would be dope.
bro. We should.
I was gonna do my Animal Con, but I was just so fucked up. I didn't get the chance to do a podcast.
Yeah, that would actually been a really good one.
I had guests
could've
lined
done
up and
everything.
everything that were ready to go.
Except for that Gatorland lady, she was like walking around like ahead of
Savannah?
Like, she had a posse.
She's huge.
Like I've never met her before. Like I just like the first time I saw her, she had, like,
Keep talking, Neil.
Savannah, we love you. Don't listen to that motherfucker.
no, I didn't say anything bad, but like she was walking ahead of everybody and had like this group of people following.
Because she
her.
like low key like fucking runs shit, especially at Animal Con. That's her
No, I
fucking
know she
city.
does. Like I know she does, and I was like,
Savannah's
I've
a
never met her
boss
before.
bitch, bro.
But,
She's got definitely her own little posse.
She came out of nowhere and fucking ran the whole fucking Gator game for a minute. Still
Bro,
does.
Neil's gonna come on here and just talk shit and stir the pot with everyone and not know it.
You went to Animal Con? You went to Animal Con? And he was like, fuck all these guys. And I was like, bro.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck them.
Dude, you see that they can change your eye color now?
Bennett just got his eyes tattooed. The kid.
No,
from-
I know that.
Dude,
But that's
that hurt so bad.
yes.
that's an ink injection.
Yeah, they
I'm
can.
talking. They can change. You have brown eyes. You want blue eyes. They can do it now.
Yeah, I'm good with
it's
green.
fucking crazy.
I
Imagine
lacerated.
Neil with blue eyes.
it's crazy though. I was watching videos on fucking TikTok last night.
I heard
like,
it's not good for you though. Like there's like some issues.
I would
with
imagine
it.
it's not.
Yeah, I think there's like a chance
Dude,
you
think
could
about
go
that.
blind.
That's crazy.
Well, they can do it with your kids. They can alter the like DNA when you're like your wife's pregnant, and they can like fuck around with it and make like your if you want a tall kid, blonde
Weren't you gonna
kid,
do
blue
that
eyes.
to have a son? To
Yeah,
make
to
sure you
have a
son?
kid. Yeah, I have this little thing going with Gianna that if we were to have another kid, we would make sure it's a boy.
Dude,
Yeah.
I saw that in
Any
your
baby
video
mama?
that you're talking about having a kid.
Yeah, so we don't have two baby mamas. Yeah,
That's actually pretty smart.
Yeah.
Be like Robert.
yeah.
'Cause you're already locked in.
I'm locked in. So
Yeah.
no, why not?
Unlucky. I got
I
three,
thought
three
you
kids, one mama.
fucking you got your fucking
No,
shit
no.
tied.
I was
no?
gonna. I'm still thinking about it. But
Yeah, me too. I
I want to make sure.
I want to make a deposit in the sperm bank. Just keep some
I
frostbite
would love a
babies
son.
there, and then just get that shit.
You already have 3, brother.
Well, I had them when I was young, which I'm very happy to do. Like people think like it's a bad thing, but like I don't want to be an old dad. I'd rather be a young dad. But if I meet somebody that's going to be like go the distance, then yeah, maybe having another kid would be great.
How do you
I
know
want
it's
a
gonna go
bunch
the
of
distance?
kids.
Eh?
How do you know if it's gonna go
I
the
just,
distance?
I love
Because
my
I've been
daughter,
through
bro.
a marriage. I've been through fucking girls. I've been through exes, and like you will know when you meet that one down the road. Like you're gonna know, like this is the one.
I think
But,
that's bullshit.
If she gets on her hands.
Hey,
and
if
knees,
that ever
that's
happens,
because
when
you
that
had, like,
happens,
5 girls in
so
one week.
so
Bullshit.
be it. I hope that happens one day. That'd be
Girls,
great.
if you sleep with Ryan, get
That
tested.
sounds kind of crazy.
fuck,
I'm
man.
clean. Just got tested. We're all good, bro.
He
We're
gets
adults here.
daily
Yeah.
tested.
Yeah, when you
Isn't that right, Stone?
good
We're all,
for you.
we're
He's
all
got like a
adults here.
subscription for the fucking
Yeah,
test
no, like,
place to get
seriously, but
tested.
good for
You
you.
have
Like
to,
live your
you know?
life. Fuck all the girls you can find. Like that's great.
Hey,
Do it.
the way you're speaking of this, very disrespectful.
It's not disrespectful.
We make love.
I'm fluffing you up. There's a girl out there right now that's like,
yeah, I'm a
gonna be
lover too,
popular
Ryan.
fucking lady.
I'm not trying to. You know,
It's all good, bro.
girls
But
are like, "Oh, you're so sweet." I'm like, "I know."
you'll see, like, as soon as you have your first kid, it's all going to change. I came to America with no high school, and I was like, I probably need it. So I did the GED. I didn't study. I was so arrogant, and I passed that shit like it was nothing. I just fucking guessed everything. And
Because our education system here is
yeah.
I graduated
ass.
and went to college.
And now
a
you're
little bit.
filming yourself playing with little lizards
Yep,
and
yep.
fucking...
But I think we all turned out pretty fine. You know, we live amazing lives. We're very grateful to live the life.
very
we do.
blessed.
Do we love for a
It could
living?
be worse.
How deep are we into this podcast?
3 hours.
140. Damn, that's
We're going to
a
end
long
this shit
podcast.
off.
Well,
All right, well, let's close this bad boy up. If you guys don't already, go ahead and follow Tyler at Tyler Nolan, correct?
Tyler Nolan tattoos.
Tyler Nolan Tattoos. Is that
Everything.
your YouTube name too?
That's everything.
Tyler Nolan Tattoos.
Book
Check
a
this guy
tattoo.
out. If you want a
Don't
tattoo,
be gentle.
book that tattoo. If you got something crazy to trade, you got a Rolex to trade, you got a tiki hat to trade, hit 'em
Guns.
up. If you got guns,
Gold.
and
Cars.
that's it.
Guns, gold, and
Cars,
hookers.
motorcycles. Let's go. We'll talk about
But
that.
I want to thank you guys for tuning back into the Wild Talk podcast. Till next time, we'll see you then.